Heyo, welcome to the BYB Podcast. That stands for the Backyard Boys. And it's Monday, the day after Mother's Day, the most wonderful Monday. Yes, absolutely. Yes, mothers are the best. I hope everybody got to go hang out with their mommies, or at least call them on the phone. And otherwise, your mom must be dead or abandoned you in the first place, and that's
the black one.
Yeah, that's no. It wasn't Father's Day yesterday. Don't be ridiculous. Yes. Welcome. Hey, Honk. How's it going, brother?
It's going well, my friend. I didn't get to see my mom yesterday, but I did give her a call, and we're gonna do something next weekend. So, oh yeah, well, I at least called her.
What do you call her?
Well, a variety of things, but mom is probably the number one choice. I haven't called her anything bad since I was a young kid. Yeah.
Good choice. Yes, mothers, everybody, you gotta love your mamas. No. This isn't true. This is not true. Yes, everybody, if you didn't notice, it was Mother's Day yesterday, so old Quadfather did not do a weekly dabble review. So we have to apologize for not doing shows on Mother's Day, I guess, because you guys are pissed off we weren't here no matter what, rain or shine. I hope you guys don't mind all 3 or 4 shows we don't do an entire fucking year, because nobody's quitting. Nobody's taking 80 days off over here for the most part, man. We are hardcore. We're here to entertain. We're here for you. We always show up, rain or shine. Speaking of which, it's kind of off subject, but yeah, indeed, right? Like half hour before the show started, it is raining and windy and nasty here, and my power went out twice, not once. I don't know. I almost felt like God was trying to send me a message, like maybe I shouldn't be doing a show today or something. But yeah.
Well, okay, I gotta ask, because it's right there. It's pretty prevalent. You got a razor cut on your cheek there, Quad? What is that?
I'm talking about all kinds of other shit, and that's what you're talking about. All right.
Well, it was like sticking out like a goddamn red dot Indian's dot on their forehead, man. It's just
no. I bumped my face, man. I bumped my face.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Great segue, though. I mean, yeah, that's why you're here, buddy. Good segue.
Thank you.
Yeah, what was I talking about? So I was talking about something else. Oh, the power went out. So just a fair warning for everybody in the audience, it's very possible that the power could go out tonight. And if that happens, I'm going to feel very bad. But yeah, we do have Miss Producer here. So if it does go out, it'll just take a second to go back out and come back in. So I'm just praying to God that the sun will shine on us, even though the sun is not shining whatsoever today. So, son of a gun.
Miserable.
But yeah, I did bonk my face. Thank you for noticing.
Well, it's hard not to. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. That sucker is that's like the size of Texas.
Yeah. Well, whatever, man. I don't have full control of my stomach muscles, so like, I guess that would be my back muscles. Like when I'm losing it a little bit, like pulling myself back up is kind of a difficult situation. So yeah, when I start going forwards, sometimes I can't stop myself. Can't stop myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And these jets and cars that we drive around inside the house, they go pretty fast. So, like, if you fuck up,
never know. Well, stay out of that fucking car from here on out. It sounds like it's fucking nothing but trouble.
It can be trouble. It goes fast. I've been known to put holes in walls a couple times with, like the edge of my fucking wheelchair because I get out of control. And whatever. It happens, man. Bad drivers. I don't drunk drive anymore, so that's a good thing.
Are you one of those rage drivers, though? You know what I'm saying? Road rage drivers. When you get behind the wheel, you turn into a real.
No, there's not very much traffic inside my house, to be honest with you, huh?
Oh, I thought we were talking about in the car. My bad. Yeah, road rage in your house. That would be fucking crazy, wouldn't it? In your wheelchair, fucking beeping at your goddamn dogs and cussing them to get the fuck out of the way.
That's exactly what the traffic is in my house, is the dogs. And they do get in the way a lot because they're retarded. Little puppies, they got retard brains, kind of like some of the people in the Dabbleverse. I guess we'll leave names out of it.
The blacks.
Yeah. No, not those ones. Not the blacks. No. Yes, G-Rob. Yeah, thank you, G-Rob, for doing the Lord's work in the chat as per usual. She is our number one mod. She's keeping things all squared away. If people try to spread misinformation in the chat, please do straighten them out and make sure that they are up to date on all the things they need to know. Like yesterday, there was no show. G-Rob is just setting these motherfuckers straight. So yeah, we didn't do a show yesterday, not because we're scared Adam Bush and Carl are going to make fun of it. No, not that, because mommy's more important. Moms don't let your babies grow up to be podcasters.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Cowboys are fucking cool, dude. Like, not letting your babies grow up to be podcasters makes way more fucking sense.
Way more. Fair. Yeah, I agree.
Indeed. Did you get to watch any of the Hackamania event there this weekend? The live stream, whatnot?
Yes, I did watch some of that, and all I got to say is, and I might be in the minority here, but I don't know if, I'm dark. The black one. But I don't know if there was a lot of truth getting told about the whole Nick Rekieta Aaron stuff. I don't know, man. It seems like there were some things missing, like times and stuff like that on those texts where some of this shit could be altered. I don't know.
Wow, Honk with a hot take right off the bat, folks. I did not see this coming, but Honk doubts those texts, possibly Photoshop again, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it just seems real convenient now, and I could be wrong. You know what? There it is there. We've seen the things, but you can sure fabricate a lot of stuff, and I don't know, man. It seems like it's real convenient. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know what could happen to a better guy than Aaron, and especially after he turned state's witness in a way against his wife and Nick and Nick's wife. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like there could be some shenanigans. I don't know.
Shenanigans afoot, is it? As it were, if you will. All right. Well, I mean, That's fair. That's a take. That's a take. But yeah, absolutely. If you haven't noticed yet, then you should look to the top of the chat, pinned to the top of the chat. Indeed, is the poll question of the day, which is: was Hackamania a success? Yes, no. Spurtopia. I had to throw Spurtopia in there because they did all of the live streaming. They stole the Melton live stream, and they live streamed every single show from the entire weekend. So they did Spurtopia win, or was the entire Hackamania weekend such a dud that it was another win for Vato?
Well, I don't know. I think Spurtopia did really well. They had a lot of people there, and looks like they jumped up like 150 members or something just for that stream, and like there's been very little, a few of them that have exited. So, yeah, they did real well.
Right. I would have to agree. I was surprised to see so many damn people in Spurtopia. It was kind of wild. I think at one point there was more than 50 people just sitting there watching those live streams. So they definitely got a lot of traffic this weekend. Indeed. And it's a great place to, it's
families.
Such a great place. Exactly. It's a great place to hang out because it's all about family there in Spurtopia, 100%. Indeed. Yeah, man. Domina Margul. This is a new name. I'm assuming you're probably a fucking. I feel like you might be chipping me, but Hackamania looked like great fun. The fuck you want about? Quad was going and then inexplicably backed out. Yes, I've gone over that for the last 2 weeks of people chipping me for not going. I know. I would have liked to have gone, but that just wasn't in the cards, my friends. Yeah. And then there's guys like based on a conspiracy theory that said Hackamania sucked, just flat out. Like, did you go? You gotta at least say you went for you to say that it sucked.
Let's 100%. Say this too. And speaking of sucking, you know who really had a bad showing was Tukey. He didn't do real well. Not a strong performance by Tukey.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, but
blasphemous.
You can only handle so many cum jokes, you know.
But I'm gonna come. It was all about the cum. That was the entire thing was cum worthy,
and they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet.
There was so much cum, and Aaron was lapping every word up and every little drop that he could possibly get, according to Nick in his tweets, which you apparently doubt a little bit or a lot of it.
Well, like I said, I don't know. It just seems like some shenanigans are going on. We'll see.
Shenanigans. Yeah, I love Shenanigans. It's one of the nicest bars in my town. Shenanigans.
Oh. Good.
We come for the shenanigans.
Sounds like a gay bar. Shenanigans.
Whoa. It's Irish, man. It's an Irish bar.
Okay. O'Malley's. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, the Blue Oyster Club down the street. I think that's the one where I see the fruity fellers going into it. And I'm not even talking about Equal or OJ this time.
Good. But they know they could be in that group, though. Rumors.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell by the way that Equal talks. There's something going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something feminine.
A little feminine. But who knows? Because that's the thing. Like, the dude that you would have thought was getting all the puss and being the baddest motherfucker, also kind of sounds like a lesbian. And I may be referring to Nick Rekieta just a touch. But in the end, at the end of the day, he's a ladies' man, and he gets more puss than anyone. And he convinces ladies.
Can you really call him a ladies' man with that gay ass tattoo he got on his belly? You see, here's what's happening. It actually seems more reasonable that Nick was the one that did any lapping and slurping of anybody's stuff. No defense of Aaron, but what about Nick? What about him? He was involved in that shit too. So,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from with that, and whatever. To say that Nick Rekieta is a ladies' man does feel a little odd. I mean, I can be honest about that part of it. Indeed. What is this thing? What's off his face? Yeah, okay. And back to before we go any further, let's welcome to the stage. Before we get in any topics or anything else, welcome to the stage, our homie Triple G. What up, homie?
Aaron's a cum boy.
He's a
Aaron's a cum boy. Fuck.
Yes, confirmed. We're gonna go through all of it tonight too. Just to we'll go through it piece by piece so that we want you guys to hear about every last little piece of evidence they had that Aaron is indeed a slurper, a slurpee, a slurpette. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the proper tense? Past tense.
I always figured, like, come on, man, it's not really a cuck, whatever.
But
this
now,
weekend, I mean, it's like fucking pretty. It's like legally binding documents that Aaron drinks cum, and that he enjoys his women getting fucked by other guys. That's nuts, man.
Right. Well, the nice thing about that is we can log this shit now, and indeed, it is fact. You can put it in the books. Aaron slurped jisms. It is proven, folks, beyond a reasonable doubt. And there's a preponderance of evidence. Do I sound like one of the law tubers right now? Because that's what I'm going for. I want to be cool like that guy because he gets way more puss than I do, apparently. Even as a married man. I'm kind of jealous. And not about the slurping. No, don't confuse that.
You always came off to me as like old school radio man, like, and now, yeah, that kind of thing, you know.
Wink Martindale here.
Yes, sir. All right, so beloved chatter's coming in. I see him. I see you dropping. That's the thing about beloved chatter. He is kind of an impartial fellow. I mean, whatever. He has his favorites. Ray's his favorite, believe it or not. But dude usually comes in with facts, and usually those facts that he comes with, and I'm not making a coming joke, are indisputable for the most part. Beloved chatter does come fucking legit with the facts. So 100% of the this is beloved chatter, folks. 100% of the evidence is a text from a cokehead with a silly claim about her ex-husband that she hates 5+ months after they were divorced. So
see, I think I read that correctly, beloved chatter is taking Honk's side here. He agrees there's some bullshit going on.
They were both cokeheads at the time, so it's weird to be like, "Oh, this one's a cokehead." They're both cokeheads. They're both right. Each other's lives. Like they're all just as guilty. Why doesn't Aaron have some weird shit coming out about Nick?
Well, we're not saying that. It's just that the shit in the text, there's like a lot of shit that's missing for it to be 100%. Like, yeah, there's like dates and shit like that on the phone. I mean, typically people will show it and you can see like the times on the text and shit like that, correct?
Well,
these are all admitted.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, like the tops and bottoms of the threads. But yeah, typically like but if it's a long day worth of text, like you have to slide to the sideways, you know what I mean? You have to slide it over so that you can see the actual times and date. Otherwise you have to like scroll up to where it has a date. So if you had a day that was just crazy full of tweets and somewhere in the middle of them someone said something crazy, you're not going to see dates. Okay. So that's take it for how you want it. That's a possibility, but it's also not 100%.
What was Aaron's cope today? Did he mention something about that? You can't see what day those texts were sent. Like,
yeah, I think for the most part he
they all happen on the same day.
Well, we'll show like some of his response from today. Absolutely. But yeah, he owned like the thing about the kids, and he was like, yeah, that's shitty that he said that. And I never really saw him deny what the entire thing about the good point. So I never saw him really deny that.
He should do the same thing. The same way he owned, like, the thing I said about my kids was shitty. I felt a little bit of honor with Aaron when he said that, because, like, you know, he was on coke. He probably wasn't in the right mind. I don't think Aaron hates his kids, right? Do people unironically think that? Like,
yeah, I agree with you about like you know, some you could have a bad day.
Fine,
you could have a bad day,
man.
Like you could be in a bad spot.
Right? I'm into freaky shit, man. I like when my wife gets fucked a little bit. Fine. That's who I am. Like, he just owned that at this point, or kill himself.
Oh,
I don't know which is worse, but
exactly.
He should just own up, man. Like, this whole deflection shit, and like somehow it's a win for him every single time. He's gonna spin it that way. I can't wait to see how. I haven't seen today's episode. I'm sure you have, but
I didn't really get to watch a lot of it, but for the most part, from what I saw, he didn't really own most of it, didn't really bring it up. He just kind of was like, yeah, he's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. I don't know what he expected. I think he really just didn't want to answer. He was ignoring people in the chat. That's what he always does. If he doesn't want to answer,
he say on Twitter, he said something about some guy named Todd Peterson. I'm guessing that's another shitty law tuber.
No, that's his lawyer. Yeah, for sure.
What is that guy gonna do? Find some gay pictures of Patrick?
That's the question. Is what. That he was implying this weekend. Stilto Aaron was implying this weekend, like, oh, they're coming out with more lies. Now I got to go hire my lawyer again for more lawsuits and etc.
Horseshit. Like, it's all horseshit.
You're not. You're so not doing that. Shane M. Also, if faking, wouldn't you just also fake the dates? I think that is a thing. If you're going to go to the length of making fake tweets, I think you can fake dates as well. That is true. True.
I know that's been controversial. People are saying the dates aren't in every single text. Like, I don't know. I think they're all from the same day.
Well, like I said, like if it's a long day of texting, it's not going to show you the times in the thread itself. So there you go.
Well, now we know next time this happens, show the date and time in all of the screenshots.
Well, you know what? Couldn't he do that now?
Sure.
It's not
right.
like he could,
if it was that important.
Even.
Right.
And he could start getting some of that credit for releasing them, I guess. I don't know how that works. No, because no. I mean, that really was his he could show them on Twitter a little bit better, but he really does his LawTube show now, so he's kind of stuck doing what he's doing.
Nick, show the whole screenshots, include your phone battery percentage and everything.
Yeah, screen record and just scroll through them. You know, like people do that.
Too.
That's hard to way of actually proving.
I could fake it really easy, but I don't
know. Yeah, that's what April said too. I could fake it real easy. With Aaron, she could.
Fuck, man.
That's what she'd be doing. Yes, folks, we also probably any minute here now. Wil Herren should be popping in at some point too. So we
Aaron's worst enemy.
Now, Wil Herren, Alyssa Clips. Aaron has vowed vengeance against that Clipper and that Wil Herren for what? I don't know, for daring to ask a question in the chat of the toe.
It's no wonder Aaron only makes friends with somebody for like a week. Karmic X is going to suffer the same fate as soon as Karmic says the wrong thing to Aaron, it's going to get nasty.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, Aaron has Johnny Crutches on his side, and the Aristocats and the fucking Toe Boys, and maybe 5 more people. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, the only people who have ever stuck with Aaron are the people who are on Aaron's side and they don't look at what the other side's saying. Like all of these guys who come over to Aaron sees in the toe bubble saying.
They have
Johnny's
to be
just over there in that corner.
And not
what? Gino and Kiki rebounded.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's not.
They were not his friend, and then they went back into being his buddy again. As a matter of fact, they'll be coming to their next reunion.
Yeah, but isn't this the 5th time they've not been friends and then we're friends again? And
yeah, something like that.
So they're not consistent either. They're not trustworthy people.
Yeah, and to reiterate, yes, I have a thing on my face. Thank you, everyone in the chat.
I was about to ask that next. What the fuck is that?
You missed the first part of the show. Huh?
Did you get shot with a 22? Like, what the fuck is that?
That's right. Bounced right off me. Just left a tiny little mark. I'm so
I've got bulletproof skin.
That's right. Like leather, folks. Indeed. Blout? Is that worse than gout? It's I don't even know. It's a blight. It's a blight on my society. It's a blight on my face, at least. All right. No. Don't fucking even try to say that shit.
No.
Seriously.
That's the craziest herpes I've ever seen.
Herpes doesn't go in the middle of your face. It's on your lip. Just ask Karmic X and Kevin Brennan. They'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, but yours is so bad it's off your lip and it's on your cheek.
Yeah, I would feel horrible if I did end up with fucking herpes on my face.
You have like type 2 herpes.
Damn.
Type fuck shit. Beloved chatter, a good way to tell who's an asshole is to see how long they've known their best friends. April, Aaron were going to be in the Visconti wedding. Very true. And then they weren't. And then April got disinvited because I think Gino said famously, because she's a stupid cunt. Famous stupid cunt. Untrustworthy.
I bet Kiki will talk to April again at some point.
I think she's still
that dumb.
Or she's still been talking to her. I do believe they've had conversations. They're probably not going to get any more conversations in because it seems to me anytime April has talked to Keanu, Keanu has gone on a podcast and explained exactly every word that was said. And when she texts, it's the same case. So, when you talk to Keanu or text her, it's going to be on a podcast. So, watch your back.
Oh yeah, because they want everything online. I don't know, man.
It's what she does for her shows. Like
I don't know how you forget how. Like if somebody's done something awful to me, like I don't forget that. They seem to forget it, and like be okay, and they'll plan events together and shit. That's nuts.
Well, they're transactional, man. When you think about it, it's all if it can benefit them, right? That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you got clout. Maybe I'll get clout if you come to my event.
Right.
Yes, Keanu invented using people for clout. She's not the first.
I think Aaron invented that. Actually, I think he did it first.
Yeah, he does seem pretty bad because like the other big thing is with the
come roast me.
Yeah, well, like he'll fall in love with some of these clippers, and boy, oh boy, the day that they make one little clip that's not exactly to his specification and liking, he instantly fucking turns on your ass. So
shout out Citizen M.
Ask Wil Herren.
That is
or Wil Herren,
thing. Absolutely, that's a real thing.
What do we got next?
What
do we got next?
what do we got next? We're doing Hackamania, so we can go through all the clips. I figured that would be a good place to start and just kind of go through the major revelations that were shouted out. I'm sure most people are aware of them, but yeah, if we go through them one by one, then we might have them a little fresher in our mind and be able to really break them down, because that's what we want to do. Because we're going to break down the cum eating to the maximum degree tonight, and then we'll move on and forever hold our peace. I do believe that is the plan tonight. So buckle your seats, folks. We only have that. I mean, what we have to talk about cum eating for just about 5-10 minutes.
Yes.
And, hopefully it never comes up again, except for to just kind of like
no, we're going to be talking about it for a month. Cum.
You think so?
Aaron's mouth slurping up cum. That's going to be the topic for the next couple months.
Many of them came numerous times. Everybody's coming.
I think it would be more fun to just cover it now, and then just if you're ever in chat, we could just throw it at Still Toe in chat, which annoys them, and it's fun and it fucks with them.
You should invite Aaron Imholte to your show. You ever did that?
I have. So okay, that's the thing. Like last time I had him on, Little Lemmy, whatever, me and Little Lemmy, I guess we both pretty much nailed him about getting April into her bikini for clout. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I was like, yeah, thanks for coming on, man, because he only came on for like 20 minutes or whatever. And then I was like, thanks for coming on. All cool. Yeah, like, sorry it got so heated, and you'll have to come back on again. And he was like, sorry, I could only come on for 20 minutes. I'll definitely come back on sometime and give you way more time. And never came back ever again.
Yeah. So at that point, Aaron wouldn't come back on your show unless you said the bikini thing was cool. So what I think you should do is actually get with Aaron and be like, yo, I think it's really cool that you ate cum. I actually think it's not bad. It's not embarrassing. It's not that bad. I know I have a friend who ate cum, and I actually still think he's cool. I go to his house all the time. It's like, you're not a bad guy, man. Come on, BYB. Let's do a show.
Jings don't count. He's a co-host, not a friend.
Jings yeah, I know a guy named Jings that thinks he eats cum. He's cool, so you're cool.
I drink your cum. I suck fucking cock all the time.
It's just a thought. You should try it,
I really, really, really love hard dicks in my mouth.
I think you and Aaron still got a chance. I'm not even lying, Quad.
Right. I think we're pretty much good on that. I know he pretty much wants to get paid for every appearance that he does at this point.
Yeah, I guess.
He may have learned his lesson at this point. I don't think it's really like financially worth it for him to go on anybody's show, considering the fact that every time he goes on a show,
offer him $25, he'll come on your show.
But everyone A-logs every word out of his mouth on other shows. And the worst part about going on other shows, Triple G, people ask you tough questions that you don't want to answer. So therefore, it benefits him 0%, because if he goes on a show where like someone like Dean from United States of Australia, that guy, like, he's going to ask you tough questions. Husey is going to ask you tough questions. You're not going to have answers. He's going to get pissed. And
Aaron does a show for a living. Like, this should be his job to answer tough.
He doesn't have to answer the question. Yeah.
He would be making so much more money if he did interact with people he didn't like. If he did interact with people who had challenging questions for him, he can't answer those. He would embarrass himself. That's why he doesn't. That's why he's not cut out to be a guy who makes money doing YouTube all day. That's why he makes no money.
This is not cool or true. Quad would drink Imholte for the right clout? Are you fucking serious?
You're saying you wouldn't?
Like how many viewers are we talking about though? Like, just throw me a number. Like, I would never do that, but I would never do that. But like, how many viewers are we talking? I mean,
he's either talking about
something feels different in your mouth that fucks with you.
It's either Imholte's cum or grinding Imholte into a blender and then literally drinking Imholte as a person.
No.
Which you'd have to split that between 100 people, but I know Quad and Honk would be there.
Yeah.
couple other guys. Quad told me ski mask. I'm sure he drinks anything. You know?
Oh,
especially if you put it in a shoe.
Son of a bitch. No, that was Stancil. Yeah, absolutely. Stancil drank piss for what was it?
He corrected me on that. Yeah, I forget. So ski mask isn't the piss drinking guy.
Yeah, it's Stancil.
But he is the get so drunk I have a coma and bite my tongue off guy.
That's true. In fairness, that is 100% true. He will bite his tongue off for the right price, folks. And what I mean by that is for the price of a bottle. The next day, he will happily bite his tongue off for you. Yeah.
Or just show him a flashy video on your phone.
Flashy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like an epileptic seizure type situation. Yeah. Yeah, you get him on, you turn on the strobe light, and he's fucking flopping like a fish. You know, old ski mask. He does that. Yeah. One of these days, he's going to end up like a old quad here doing something as stupid as I did. Indeed. All right. God damn it. Mersh is greater than quad. Is this true? That's rude.
Wow.
How dare you?
I see y'all both kind of the same. I don't actually hate Mersh so much.
I don't hate Mersh. Yeah, like actually,
he's a guy. Everybody's a guy, man.
Yeah,
you can dig anybody apart as bad as you dig Mersh apart.
Right. That's true. Fair enough. But he is another one of these guys that I think he has like real life issues, which makes him interesting. A lot like some of these dudes that we've been talking about already tonight. Absolutely.
He's also a guest that will never book again here at BYB due to a serious infraction in protocol.
Fair enough. As well, Aaron Imholte, Mersh, yes, all people we probably won't have back on the show. And the very true.
I think you could have been friends with Mersh if you didn't send pot off of the
there was no doubt about that. That's 1,000,000% correct. No doubt in the world that if we would have been,
I think you did the right thing.
He would have hung out. So he did say the next day, he was like, I fucking hate going on other people's shows, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, yeah, because no one really takes you serious and they kind of dog you. So, yeah, I can imagine going on other shows does suck for you. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. We're doing the April stuff. Excuse me. We're covering all of the steel toe Hackamania stuff tonight, folks. And then, of course, if we have time, we actually have a bunch of merch stuff in the links I've got set up. So in the notes, as it were, if you will. And if we really have some extra time, we might do a little bit of the Shuley stuff I have. I've got maybe 4 things at the end of the show for that. So if you're here to watch Quad talk shit about Shuley, probably not. Like I said, I'll backload that stuff because I think most people are just sick as hell of me talking about anything to do with Shuley. I don't know if you're sick of us talking about WATP and Adam Bush yet, but we'll see. We'll see how those guys act this week. I don't think they'll have anything to talk about with us, but you never know. Adam hasn't been around clipping stuff, so let's do it. All right, let's go ahead and get into this steel toe morning show.
Rung, dung, 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 dung,
dung, dung, dung, dung. Exactly. And there's Rung Dung Man himself right up above my head. He doesn't look as fat. Dude, we got that one picture of him. He looks so fucking fat, and he's got some serious back problems, man.
Well, if you get your head out of the way there, Quad, and you can see how fat he is. All right.
No, it's not that much in the way. I mean,
the table's
I like Melton a lot. He's gonna be in bad shape in 10 years, man. He's got to do something.
He's falling apart, man.
His posture is fucked. And he's already 45. He might be out of time.
He's out of time. Damn. News, folks. Breaking news. Melton's out of time.
He's permanently
he's so desperate to make a bunch of money and leave it to retard wife so that when he's gone, she'll be taken care of. What a good guy. taking care.
It's not like he's got kids. He's not leaving anything to anybody. He's not leaving anything.
Yeah, I mean, when you're married to a retard, you kind of have a kid, you know. Like it's kind of. I mean, her like from what I understand, her mental capacity is like well under like a teenage kid. It's like
he better get over with it. He better have a son right now and raise him for 20 years to be a radio
there will be
professional radio man.
There will be
always
no
adopt
Melton. No,
they can adopt one of those. They can adopt one of those like illegal alien kids, man, something like that, maybe.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Food for thought, at least, and there's definitely a lot of thought going on in Melton's house. Food for thought. Speaking of, all right, moving into step one, which is the Polycule, is it, as it were. Whose idea was it anyway? When they were in Vegas all together having a blast, like who said, "Hey, can I bang your wife?" Or was it Nick? Was it Nick like, "Hey, can I slide on in your lady?" Or was it or do you think Aaron was like, "Hey, let me get in that Kayla. Let me slide in that Kayla." I
don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. They had to be fucking around together at one point, and then like 2 days into it, they realized Aaron's a dork. Like,
wait a minute, they had to be fucking around together, like Nick and Aaron.
Yeah, they were so high on coke they thought everybody thought each other was cool.
Whoa!
And then you're not on coke 24/7 all the time. Eventually, you sober up and you're realizing, hey, this nerd is fucking my girl.
What? Yeah, like it pops in your head, like, yeah, why am I letting this nerd fuck my old lady? I can't even remember why did I start letting this guy fuck my wife? What happened? What happened?
It only went on as long as it did because they kept doing more coke, I guess. I don't know. I've never done coke, so I don't know how it makes you feel, but
makes you feel good.
Yeah. I was never a fan of cocaine myself. I'd done it quite a few times. I didn't really like it, man. You feel good for a couple hours, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. But meth is a hell of a drug. Meth will make you feel good for days.
Meth's the same thing. Like you feel like absolute shit. It makes you feel worse than it ever made you feel good.
No, you see, coke, you feel good for maybe like 6 hours. You feel high as a kite, and then you come down. But meth, makes you high for a couple days, makes you feel like a hero for a couple days, but then you come down, and it's way worse of a come down than Coca-Cola. Cocaine, as it were. I said Coca-Cola. Yeah, see, exactly. This guy agrees with me. I too didn't really like coke, and I got it for free. See, there you go. It ain't all that great. Yeah, I don't like the numb. You can have all of that stupid shit. It's a waste. It's a waste. And now
I've never met a guy who was into coke who was like a cool dude that I was like, hey, you want to hang out later?
Yeah, Dave Sarah. I mean, we hang out with Dave Sarah all the time, and he was talking about that today. He was like, "Yeah, that whole like you're gonna die of fentanyl in your coke, like that's blown way out of proportion. That really doesn't ever happen." It was like, really?
Send Dave Sarah the link, by the way, because he thinks I hate his guts. I don't, man. Like
he gets it every show. He could be here if he wanted to right now.
All right.
I said
I saw he was there
every single show.
He was at the free Hackamania stream. I happened to see him there chilling, and it was his real Discord account trying to watch Hackamania for free. Poor person detected.
But yeah, before we go any further, welcome to the stage, the man of the hour, the mouth of the South, Mr. Hairline Horizontal, TV's Wil Herren. How's it going, brother?
The Tower of Power. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, Will?
Honky, GG, how are you? GGG, excuse me.
Good.
Hanging, man.
Real quick before we get started, I gotta know, what? Has Honky been beating on you or abusing you or anything like that? What's that mark about?
No,
Honky, you want to say something?
Well,
that's the same spot he used to hit me.
Motherfucker gets out of line, and you gotta put him in check sometimes.
I was wondering. I had to ask. I mean, I am a journalist.
Nobody abuses me like I abuse me. That's all there is to it.
All right, that'll be the story.
Now, yeah. I fell and hit my face. That's what happened. I promise, officer.
You know a reason to wear those sunglasses?
Yeah.
No, that was the last black eye he gave me, man. He hits hard. Oh shit! Oops.
I can tell.
What's up with you tonight, man? You're not at your regular station. Are you at a undisclosed bunker somewhere in the south?
Yeah, why are you not in the TV studio?
So I got out a little bit earlier. Last time I think I was on with Shmuel, I was at this bar, but I was outside. But they're doing like trivia outside. So I'd rather just be inside where, I'm not hearing a bunch of people. And it's kind of tight. It's not a very big like area out there. So the only thing I'm worried about is like the music in here. That won't like mess with your stream, will it?
We can't even hear, buddy.
Okay,
yeah, I can't hear.
I have not heard one. I haven't heard anything but you making noise over there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Right on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed up just in time. We were just about to start playing some of these clips and kind of going through it. But yeah, so here, I mean, the clips are just what was discovered from text messages. So we'll go ahead and just start playing them.
I was trying to talk about the text messages too, like some of the stuff beloved chatter. Like I was seeing some of the things he was saying. I wasn't driving, but where I was at, I was kind of seeing in the background, and like him going over the dates and the times, and Honky also, having problems with them too. I reached out to Nick to see if I can get an answer on that to try to get it clarified. I don't mean to like get ahead of things and stuff like that, but I have these texts, all these things that you guys saw during Hackamania, Nick had sent me. And so, like, I was just, like, waiting for this stuff to come out and all these text messages and he has more, too. Like, y'all didn't see all of them. Like, it goes on and on and on. But
are you going to be posting what he shared with you at some point? Or
No, man. I try to leave.
But that's not that important. But you can say that it all did happen on the 26th. It all did happen on the same day. People are trying to say
I cannot guarantee me those dates. But for beloved chatter, I actually went back and I checked because Nick had sent me the messages like early March, like late February. So I knew about this stuff. So when Aaron was going after my boss, the whole time I was like, you motherfucker, like I have you by the balls, but it was Nick's thing. And I knew y'all were going to do something with it with Hackamania and all that. So I didn't say a word, but like I was getting at, well, I wanted to point out for beloved chatter, the message that I got that showed everything that Nick had said, that Aaron and Nick, April and Nick shared with each other regarding Aaron licking off Nick off of April. So there are no dates in it. Like you can see like the percentage of his phone battery. He had 5 bars in his reception. Like he was good, but there's no date on it, just a time. The time was like 2:44, but there's no AM or PM on it. So,
yeah, but if that's the text that's in question, why does it matter if it happened weeks before or weeks after? Like, why does it matter what time that happened? Aaron ate Nick.
I guess according to like Web Chat and maybe other people, they're trying to assume that it happened so recently that it was sent like the next day. And I think that's what Nick had kind of told me too, that's what they were doing. Are y'all gonna play pool? I can get out of y'all's way. Okay.
Where the fuck are you, man?
This guy is at a bar.
I told you at a bar.
Yeah,
actually, some of my friends, like I said, they're playing a trivia outside, but some of my other friends came. I think they're going to play pool. So, I mean, local celeb.
And yeah, I think Nick Rekieta, he posted on Twitter today something like, yeah, there's way more stuff to go through and go over. If I wanted to, I could release it all. I bet at some point he probably actually does release all of what he has.
There's poems, like all kinds of stuff, dude. Like it goes into like self-deletion, like having to take weapons from people. Like it is insane.
Whoa.
But like that's for them to tell
having
the story.
To take weapons.
Yeah,
is Aaron a gun owner?
I'll let Nick kind of tell that story as it goes through.
So that's like a yes. All right.
Yeah, like people got depressed and had to have weapons taken away. Like it's wild. the way it went
Yeah,
down.
well, if anyone's ever lost a girl, you're down and out. I guess if there was a reason to like be down and out enough to think about bad thoughts, then maybe that's
drugs
it.
and alcohol.
Yeah,
Look, Aaron
that's what always does it right there.
Yeah, Aaron wasn't going to do no self-harm. He was just waiting to get his fucking side piece back in. Yeah.
He's trying to get
doesn't have the guts.
So maybe he could get April.
He would have done it already.
Yeah.
Like,
nobody loves themselves. Nobody loves themselves as much as Aaron Imholte. So yeah, he can't get rid of his favorite thing in the world, himself.
Yep.
Yeah, touche. But that's the thing. Like once he got pushed out of the Polycule was when it seemed like Aaron started dropping all the bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's play the first one. Who came up with the Polycule in the first place?
With my cum-filled mouth, I put them in the ground. Just give me the orders, April.
to what he refers to her today as a crack whore with a smelly pussy.
That slutty bitch. I want to put her in the ground.
So we begged Nick Rekieta to share with us a lot of the details, and he has been so kind to share with us tonight a tome of texts.
Oh, you're sick. You're all sick. You're obsessed.
And journey.
I'm just gonna say we probably didn't need all the two people.
Doing it in the voices.
This text is from December 13th, 2023. This was right after they returned from Vegas, and they were talking about doing this thing. Let's fuck. And this is Aaron not.
Well, I mean, that's kind of crass.
This is Aaron not seeing any problems or on the horizon of why they shouldn't do this. We're going to read it to you. Calm down. You're drunk.
How could this go wrong?
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, in Aaron's voice.
As far as any hesitations with April, I wish I could think of some ahead of time. What her and I have is incredible physically and emotionally, and this has only accentuated that. I know she is very into you, and I love that. I really had to bring her out of her shell to feel free in bed, talking about you and understanding that I find it sexy.
So yeah, that is wild, man. Like, so it definitely sounds like that Aaron was. Do you guys believe that for 1 second that April was not the sexier person in the relationship as far as maybe like the stuff they did in bed, like that Aaron is
April
like
was the
he
prize.
would say that he brought her out of her shell, feel free in bed.
Aaron's foolish. The first thing he says with this is like, hesitations with April. I wish I could have thought of something. No, she didn't hesitate. She started fucking Nick right away. What the fuck are you talking about? I wish I could think of some hesitations. That's because there were none. She didn't hesitate.
Yeah, because we saw her reaction to seeing him on stream for the first time on Chrissy Mare's show, and boy oh boy, there was fireworks immediately when April and Nick met on that show, and then of course famously they invited him to replace Chrissy Mare when the comedy show happened. So
I never saw that actually.
I don't think too many people actually saw that, to be honest with you.
I think probably a lot of people haven't seen that. That would provide some interesting context to, because especially that was all before the whole Polycule thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely like 2 months before the whole Polycule thing started kicking off, to be honest with you, maybe more. Yeah, because they only Polyculed it up for what, 3-4 months, Will?
Yeah, until I guess the Proverbs thing happened, and then they started realizing that Aaron was a jerk. And that's when they started to push away. I think that's when Kayla got disgusted with Aaron and started to not want to be around him anymore.
Disgusted with Aaron. Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Backlow
2.0, member for 13 months. Kayla Ricada is hot.
She's not ugly,
man.
She's tiny from what Nick says. I've talked to her one time. That was about it.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers or cheeses and meats from charcuterie fridge or whatever the fuck.
Let me know them anyway, brother.
I'd punch her in the back.
Already did. You're good, brother.
Now you're
we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch Wil Herren get beat up by pool players that are disgruntled at some point here.
You picking a fight over there, Will?
Yeah,
I will lose. I'm not a good fighter. I'm a good runner away. Step on a spot will be good. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, thank you, Netclo 2.0. Thanks for being a member for 13 months, sir. That is awesome. We do appreciate the hell out of that. And get back to making some clips, dude. You haven't made any. I haven't seen you make a clip in quite some time. Get back to making fun of Aaron, because we know you like making fun of Aaron. It's good stuff.
Hey, dog.
All right. Yeah, as far as any hesitations with April, I wish I could think of some ahead of time. What her and I have is incredibly physically and emotional. And this is all accentuated that I know she's very into you. And I love that. That part is the creepiest line of the entire thing. I know she's very
much she loves you.
I don't know. That last line is a killer.
He's like making it easier to let go. He knows that he's about to lose his wife to this other person. So he's trying to make it sound like he's giving her away instead of losing her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, will you at least let me hit it every now and then?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
This is pathetic, bro.
Yeah, it is pathetic.
Yeah, to talk about and glad your old lady is so into another dude. That is that's fucking wild, man. That is wild.
But that's not it though. The part where he says, so when we can talk about him while we're in bed, so she can talk about him, that's nuts.
That's coming up.
Yeah, Nick had told me some things about like the bloody sheets and things like. Do you remember they talked about the bloody sheets in Hackamania?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that isn't like a time of the month type thing. It's a different type of thing.
Yeah, I brought that up on Friday night because I didn't know exactly what that meant. It was like, oh, what is it? He beat that pussy up, or was she just starting her period and timing with everything? But yeah, apparently,
I forgot about that.
Shit up. He broke it.
Just to clean that up.
Her ass. Was she a virgin? Like, what the fuck happened?
He
tore her so bad she bled everywhere, and Aaron thinks that's hot. What the fuck?
He has a giant hog.
Apparently, that's what April thinks, and that's I guess she texted as well, and she talks about that. Like that was one of the things that turned Aaron on was April talking about having sex with Nick.
Yeah, we got all of those. We definitely have all of those clips, man. No, I wondered I wondered what that meant. Maybe she had never had her hymen broken. She just held on to that thing till her late 20s, and then finally the right guy came along and blew that shit up like he was kicking in the front door. You know what I mean? Like, he popped that fucker.
It had that right angle, I guess, that she needed.
That doesn't make sense. A girl who's been married, gotten fucked hundreds of times, and now all of a sudden she's bleeding.
She only fucked a bunch of small dick dudes, though. She had to wait for Nick Rekieta with the monster dong to break through to the other side.
Wow, I'm impressed. Not gonna lie.
I was surprised you told the story about seeing April and the dude in the truck as they pass each other. That was a wild story. You told me that.
Yeah, I got all that shit. We got all of that, buddy, for sure.
Okay, I don't mean to keep jumping ahead on you.
No worries. I get it, man. There's a lot to go through, and I do believe I have all of it loaded up for us. So we're getting there. All right. Next one was the hot tub talk, hot tub stream talk. As famously, everybody knew they did that hot tub stream to try to dissuade the entire viewing public that they were actually all fucking each other. But whatever. In doing so and making jokes about it, actually probably gave everyone the idea, hey, these people probably are really fucking each other. But let's hear what they say.
Right. One more thing. When we are talking to the girls and I joke with them and they laugh and you cut in with, we need to work on your sexiness or whatever, it hits strange, like a cutoff or dominance thing. I don't read it as your intention, but it's definitely reminiscent of things I've seen many times in my life being a funny person. That is getting the laugh from women and then someone else shooting it down with some condescending line. It happened a couple times Monday and a couple times in the hot tub. I don't want to silently resent you for something you aren't doing. So I wanted to mention it.
Yes. So, somebody's having some hard feelings, and we've all watched. How many fucking times have we all watched the hot tub stream? I've watched it 3 times probably.
Watched it 0 times.
I'm just saying, as someone that has seen it a bunch of times, I'm telling you right now, the girls were never laughing at any fucking thing he said in that hot tub, and that was his big thing of contention. Is like, oh yeah, I've always been funny my whole life, and when the women laugh at me and they think I'm so good at all this, and they laugh at all my jokes, and the other dudes always have to like try to put me down to because
were they doing a comedy show in the hot tub? Like, what the fuck was the deal with that?
They were doing a live stream.
When we're in the hot tub, I'm the funny guy, okay?
No, but
like extra content, like a behind the wall content.
You probably have seen it too, Will, but yeah, he was being like super awkward in the hot tub, and everybody that saw it thought so. The girls were all both like cuddled up next to Nick. Aaron was off to his own side of the hot tub.
The girls around
yeah, like it was pathetic, dude. It was the worst, man. But somehow, some way, he had to warn Nick, like, "Hey, man, don't be trying to like shoot my game down if we're gonna be in like this Polycule thing. I don't need you like trying to shoot down my shots, man." But it's like, yeah, we'll get into more of that too. But Nick trying to explain, like, dude, I can teach you how to be cool. You're not cool, like, and to this day, Nick has been saying, like, I'm funny. You're not funny, Aaron. You were never funny, dude.
I may have told the story last time I was on, maybe a time or two before. But like something that Aaron would do when they would go out is like he would embarrass the group. Like one time they sat down to a restaurant and the waiter was Indian, like let's say from India, type Indian, and all of a sudden Aaron developed an Indian accent and would just speak in this Indian accent, and you could tell he was doing it to be obnoxious. And like even the waiter was kind of uncomfortable, and everybody was uncomfortable except Aaron. Like he wasn't picking up that they weren't laughing with him, they were laughing at him, type thing, And I think that's another part of like what Ricada here is trying to do. Like, you're being a dork. You're making everything uncomfortable. Let's talk about this and try to fix it. While he's banging your wife.
It's an insane thought in your head to be like, why is this guy being funnier than me? And then even after the fact, they hit the guy up and be like, hey, man, I'm the funny guy. That's such a fucking weird thing to think. Or to like say to him, when I'm making jokes, you cut it out, okay? Let me make the jokes.
He's unconfident.
This is a guy he knew in real life. If somebody did that to me, I'd be like, hey, actually, I'm the funny guy. Actually, next time we're in the hot tub, here's my hand in your face. I'm going to give you a noogie, buddy. Hey, buddy, who's the funny guy now? I'm shaking your head.
Yeah, I think Aaron was he's a socially awkward dude. Doesn't pick up on like people's emotions and cues, like like a normal fucking human being, and doesn't know how to interact with people. So yeah,
normal human being.
Like his story about going into like the sex shop or the sexy clothes store. Like, yeah, a lot of people have done that with a lady, and it's not awkward and weird unless you make it that way, unless you're a total fucking dork. But I'm sure he was that way with a lot of things. So, doing drugs, he wasn't cool enough to do just a little bit of coke so that he could get laid and have fun.
So he told on everyone.
Yeah, that's all he had to do was be normal, and he could have done all the drugs and done all the fucking and everything.
Exactly.
He blew it with the he could still have 2 bitches. He blew it.
But now he's got one slam piece. Maybe that's all he ever wanted. But the funny thing about slam piece is she wasn't worth his time the last time, and he threw her away for a hotter piece of ass called April Anderson.
It would be fucking hilarious if Nick gets a hold of slam piece too. Turns her the fuck out.
That's his goal in life right now. That should be the only thing he thinks about night and day is finding her and getting in that shit just so he can fuck her again.
I hope Slampies gets out while she
anything
can.
to hurt Aaron, he would do. I'd see that.
Yeah.
Other than killing him, I think he would do anything he could possibly do to hurt Aaron in any way possible.
Right. Aaron thinks he wants to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Put that in a tweet today. It's funny. He's like, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
his lawyer came into the chat or whatever.
Todd
His
Peters.
buddy lawyer, Todd. He went to high school with.
Has entered the chat. Fucking
That's very
36-year-old man.
mirth-like. Very mirthful.
They're one of his best friends, like Paul Shea from high school, right?
First of all, you know it's not a
His friend
serious
at all.
lawsuit because he announced it's happening on Twitter. Like, okay, good job, retard. You just announced you're going through a fucking lawsuit.
But then he tried to play like he didn't even do. He was like, "What?
Sounds serious."
I don't get it. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, a lot of that going around.
All right, next one up is the cum swallowing evidence. Here we go. The thing everybody was so excited for to go to Hackamania to check it out. Here it is.
Responding to that, the blocking.
I'm smiling a broad smile. I can still see my sexy body splayed out on your bed, my chest covered in your cum, going down between my pretty tits. I can see him climb on top of me, not to fuck me, but to lick me clean. Maybe I wanted to save that for later. But you taste like heaven. I couldn't blame him.
Oh no!
You taste like heaven. I can't blame you. But yeah, so I could. Jesus Christ, I don't even know if I should be reading this. I know how you.
Don't do it.
Are you gonna get a strike?
She was lying. She's a liar.
But it's the chest covered in jizz, and
She made it up. It's not true.
Imagine sitting on that text message for like months and just waiting for it to come out for you guys to see this stuff. Like, oh God. I was just waiting for y'all to see this text. Oh.
No, you brought it up on you brought it up because I think you've told me before that you had all of Nick's text messages and you know
this
whatever.
one, this is the one I was talking about.
And you were like, "No, I'm not sharing it. I can't. I promise." And you're like, "Fuck, I want to so bad. I want everybody to see this." And there it is. I could see him climb on top of me, not to fuck me, but to lick me.
I talked to Aaron about this. This is during the football season. He pulled me in on a Sunday during a members stream, and we talked about it. Him and me, like side by side. I think I had the interview on my channel, and I was asking him about this, and I was hitting him with it. And I think it was the first time that he knew that we all knew, and he was just like, and then he'd try to like play it off. Like when you get a chance, like I say, get back there and check out that interview, because that's when he first gets hit with it, and then he jokes it away. But yeah.
Yeah, do you kind of remember what he said about it? Like,
no, I just trying to joke it off, like, yeah. Like, remember I was saying, like, he leaned into it when he should have leaned out of it. That's when I was like, oh yeah, of course, you know I drink all this semen. I love licking semen. You know, he was joking like that. And I was just like, no, Aaron, no, this is not what you know what I'm saying? Like, let him make fun of you because of your hair, but don't let him make fun of you because of, like, licking semen. That, you know, like, there's levels to this shit, and like he doesn't get it.
All the ironic jokes he's made about, oh yeah, sure, I lick cum. Yeah, I lick cum all the time. Those are tallied up, and now the truth comes out. You did lick cum, so maybe you're not joking when you make these subtle jokes about licking cum.
And now you have the receipts.
Right.
If they're true, like beloved chatter doesn't have a point unless we have a date on. Well, they still could be true. It just like it's if you care about the timestamp. Like, does it really matter if it was months later? Because if they were still with each other and, like, I'm not going to say in love, but, like, dating as a couple, and she sends those to him, this conversation takes place months after it actually happened, does it really matter? It still happened, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
Like, because Beloved Chatter's got, like...
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, it's the real,
it's why they're complaining about the dates being snipped off the text messages and shit when everybody knows that those are all on the same date. Nick Rekieta posted them, by the way, on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe see something I don't. I always try to listen. You never know.
All right, so my chest covered. So he shot ropes on her, and so like instantly right after that happened, because Nick kind of talked about the time that it was happening, and he said like, yeah, I shot ropes, and then like I left the room.
And here comes Aaron, and he's like, you did such a good job for Nick.
Yeah,
let me clean you up, man.
Lay down, babe. You're fine. No cleanup necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if she suggested that when he came into the room, like, "Oh, let me go take a shower." And he's like, "You don't have to. You don't worry about that for a second.
I'll be your shower, babe.
Don't worry, baby. I'll give you a cat bath."
God damn, that's so hardcore. It's so gross. But wow, it happened. It sounds like.
Can you imagine people through a festival in Las Vegas, and everybody came from around the country to listen to this about you? Can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, you really. So last night he did not do a members only stream. Do you think do you think he needed that extra fucking evening to like plan for what he was going to say, or how he was just going to ignore it, or was he broken? Like I wondered that last night, sitting around like, no membership show, huh? I wonder what that means. I think we all kind of knew.
I'll give him a pass because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
Anyway.
But I mean, I took my members only stream off for one day as well. So
I'll give him a pass for that.
It was Mother's Day, so I do understand. And Anne is a mother. You know what I mean?
True.
So he
True
very easily could have been doing stuff with her. So I get it.
I'm gonna get a glass of wine and I'm gonna make a move, but I'm listening to you guys, all right? But I'm moving. Bitch better have my money.
All right, then we just got this last one as far as audio drops go. All right. Okay, this is the one about the big dick. Here we go.
Except the hacking.
Man, I feel like I haven't been honest with you about something. And it's how fucking often he needed to ask me how your big cock felt pushing into me and how he bet it fit perfectly inside me, even though it was a stretch.
Oh, Jesus!
He's got a big dick. I mean, what else do you say about that? The motherfucker's got a big dong, and Aaron loved how it made her feel stretched out, apparently, and it was. He loved thinking about it when he was having sex.
Let me get another one, but a different glass, please.
Yeah, does that get you excited too, Wil Herren? Do you like thinking about Nick's gigantic cock stretching April out to the max?
You know, I never thought about it until someone asked. What do I think about it? You know, good for both. Thank you, sweetie.
Good for April, good for Nick, but not so good for. Well, I guess even good for Aaron because he liked it. He liked the thought of it.
It doesn't matter what Aaron thinks.
No, he liked it. He likes it. Oh. He loved it. He loved her being all stretched out and fucking broken and whatever.
Since he's such a grower.
Yeah, he would say
you
that.
To Nick the grower side. What does that even mean?
Nick would say that that's what would turn him on when they would talk. I think what he said this too. That like anytime they would discuss about how Nick destroyed her, that would turn Aaron on, and then he would just have to bang immediately.
And then he would jizz immediately.
Yeah. I wonder if he licked his own stuff up too. Who knows?
Yeah. I have heard people say that they tasted their own before and stuff. Whatever.
That is Aaron's ultimate fantasy, maybe making his own cuck porn. Making porn where he's watching Nick fuck people.
What was that?
I said, do you think he tried to suck his own cock then?
I mean, who hasn't?
I was going to say, no.
Totally not. Totally. No, isn't that what they say? If you could, you would. Like a dog, jealous of the dog.
Yeah, that might be what they say. But
no, it's a joke. I don't know. I saw this one AI someone put up there on the internets today. This was pretty good. Yeah, except for she looks like she's got a baby mouth right there. Like she got gum in it. She looks like she has no teeth. Yeah, she got fucking gum in it, man.
At least they got her tattoos right.
She looks like Opie.
That's not good. Don't say that.
I'm smiling a broad smile. I can still see my sexy body splayed out on your bed, my chest covered in your cum, going down between my pretty tits. I can see him climb on top of me, not to fuck me, but to lick me clean. Maybe I wanted to save that for later.
Oh, no!
She's
but
tweeting this.
You taste like heaven. I couldn't blame him.
No!
I can't wait to talk to you about his need to hear about my big cock. Limow!
No.
The baguette man's there for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was at the end. It didn't even matter.
Cool.
Indeed. Oh, yeah. Bedabbler. Yeah, speaking of Tukey, there you go, right there. I bet Aaron Imholte wishes he just did the boxing match. As you can see.
That's all he had to do.
Yeah,
all he had
I know
to do was
everybody-
like show up and be a cool guy. Like none of this would have probably happened. Everybody would have had respect for Aaron if he showed up to Hackamania and just been a dude, you know.
I really
don't know.
Actually,
Huh.
I really don't think, because Nick hates his fucking ass so much, and
Right.
they had they had those all loaded up to show everyone. I don't think it would have made one lick of difference, and that's not a joke.
They could have boxed, man.
Yeah, not one lick of difference. They still would have shown all the stuff they had against him, because that is the show. He is the show. So
Maybe not. Maybe not if they were on better terms. Like,
Well, some relationships can't be mended.
yeah, and Nick Rekieta and his relationship will never.
yeah,
be
an Aaron Imholte relationship, I feel like, is probably a hard one to mend, and it's probably not worth mending.
And Nick is like a Christian too. Like he's very religious. Like he reads the Bible. He goes to Bible studies. Like I'm not saying he's like a good guy or anything like that. But what I'm getting at is like Christians forgive and they let it go and stuff like that. Nick isn't forgiving or letting it go. Like it's like fatwa. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, I mean, after all the shit Aaron said about Nick, I don't blame Nick. You know, and after all the shit Nick said about Aaron, I don't blame Aaron for running his mouth and breaking the law and violating restraining orders, and you know, I don't blame him. You know,
everyone is in a chair. What does that even mean? Are you? It's different though. It's different. It's not a cuck chair, Peter Sky Parker. We're in totally different chairs than that. And yeah, right now is a really good time to remind everybody, since everyone's here, to go ahead and hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and of course, turn your notifications on.
Mr. Beast.
And of course, all the links are pinned at the top of the chat. So if you want to become a member, if you want to donate or use super tip system, all the links are pinned right at the top of the chat. Very simple to use.
If you want.
If you want, you don't have to. I'll mention it one time this fucking entire show, because we're not a grift con show. But yeah, if you want super tip system, use it. supertip.gg/BYB. There you go.
You didn't even tag me on Twitter, huh, Quad? That's fucked up. I was going to retweet the show, but now I'm not.
Man.
How dare you?
I can't believe
Didn't Peter Sky
Twitter.
Parker fall like face first onto a granite table and like jack his face? Was that
No,
Peter Sky Parker? Who was that?
No, that was Kenneth Pogue.
Kenneth Pogue. That's right. That's right. He like fell like face first onto a granite like table and like jacked his face up. And then they went on stream like a day later or something. Oh my god.
He came on my show the next day, dude. Like he was destroyed. Yeah,
I
like he
remember
was
that.
all fucked up. Yeah, I felt pretty bad for him, because I do know what it's like to get too fucked up and do stupid shit. So
Honky beats you?
What's that?
When Honky beats you?
Oh yeah. This one. No, I was talking about the neck. The neck.
Oh.
Honky's the one that got too drunk and hurt me. That wasn't my fault.
No, it's because he loves you.
Yep. I only do it to the ones I love. Will knows.
You don't love those guys, huh?
They're the ones that need
You don't
to
love
learn
anybody.
real lessons in life.
You don't love
I love the world. I love the world, my friend.
Right.
We are the
You're full of
world. We is the children's.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have any other takeaways? Like, is there anything Aaron could have done to prevent? So a lot of people are saying when Aaron decided the day after they got arrested that he was going to, well, actually, I mean, if the news broke right when he was on MLC, but yeah, he's on MLC, then he's on Kino Casino, then he's on Chrissy Mayer's show. Like he did the media junket. He went around to all of the fucking shows and spilled all the beans. Do you think Nick would have just never said any of this stuff happened if it was going out there and do that fucking out?
Hey, you got some audio issues. You got audio issues.
Something happened with your.
It's like you're in a tunnel.
Something happened with your.
How's it now?
Now you're good.
Cool.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Will, I'll start. Will, do you think that Nick would have never gone after him so much if Aaron wouldn't have gone around and done that entire press tour on all of the different shows and fucking gave out all the inner, secrets? Would Nick have just not? I mean, still Aaron snitched on everybody, so that's there. But the press thing didn't help.
Since you're asking me, basically, if I remember correctly, Nick was still in jail while Aaron was telling everybody it was because Aaron was on MLC the moment he found out that Nick and April had been arrested and were detained and were actually physically, not detained, they were arrested and in jail. Remember? He did it live. He's like,
that happened while he was on MLC.
Right.
TM Zumach.
Bingo. Mm-hmm. So, like, Aaron started talking trash, like, immediately. And I think he was even talking trash before it. Like,
he was. He was talking way before that incident. Yeah.
Right. So I think Nick was going to just waiting for the right time. But I don't think he saw, well, of course he didn't, getting arrested and everything that came with it. Shit. Yeah. To answer your question, yeah, there was no getting out of it.
It's a hard question, man.
Yeah, well, like Corky said too, they were talking trash. He was talking trash about Nick before because he was losing his wife. And everybody was noticing that. Remember April 1st? It was the last day. I mean, that's when we all started noticing there was a problem. So, yeah. I don't think Nick, I think he was pressed into having to fight.
Yeah, because imagine if Aaron never snitched and they actually did just keep doing the cocaine and the polycule. Like, what was going on with Aaron?
No,
April left.
It's a year later. We might be fucking. It might be fucking twice as bad,
Oh, you mean like Nick might have gotten so high?
If Aaron never snitched,
except for Aaron.
If Aaron never snitched on Nick, they might all still be in this polycule where they're heavy on drugs. What would the Steel Toe Morning Show look like if they were still on all that coke?
Probably a lot better.
I think I kind of want to know. April left. No, I think Aaron did try to get her back for like 2 seconds, but not real hard. I think he realized that he lost her.
You see,
let's give it to Aaron then. He at least did kind of the right thing. He didn't have to snitch on Nick. All he had to do was get out of that, right?
Right.
Well, he was already out of it.
Yeah, he got out of it. He got out of it without his wife. He lost his wife to it.
That's what it was. Like that's the whole. It was all jealousy, and it's all bitch made shit. A bitch of a man.
I had asked
about whatever.
What was it like when Aaron and April came over, and then Aaron left without April? Like that first night. Like what was that like? What? Can you imagine? Like you guys, you take your girlfriend over to your buddy's house, but she stays with your buddy, and you go home alone. Like, can you imagine that?
I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
He didn't know that she was still over there, if you remember correctly. He did not know that she was there for the longest time. And then it came out, and then, that was, if Aaron would have snitched on me on something like that, I would have lied about him as well. Screw that. I mean, that was terrible, the whole ratting part.
Well,
Nick hasn't told no lies so far.
He knew she was there when she got arrested with everybody, but then he didn't know that she went back with them and stayed at the extra house for all that time till they were starting to go to like court hearings and stuff like that. So
Just me out too about like with the drugs and stuff. Maybe Honk, you like this too, but like, I don't snitch on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the drug dealer to find out that I'm snitching. Like, I don't talk it. Like, if I were to get busted with drugs, I don't talk about it. Like, it, you know what I mean? Because there's what happens when dude gets busted? Oh, did you talk? Are you the one that got me busted? And now like my family's dead. You know what I mean? Like that's what blew me away with Aaron, just talking, and Nick did it. Like Nick and me are talking. I didn't even know. Like I asked him, like, where did you get all this stuff in fucking Minnesota? And first thing I can't say shit. Like he knew to like shut the fuck up and to shoot it down. But Aaron, on the other hand, we were doing this. We were freebasing. We were, like, shut up.
Right.
Aaron's not a drug guy. He doesn't know any better.
No, I agree.
He's the guy
never snitch ever, like ever, about
anything, let alone drugs. Look at the like he doesn't know any better, you know.
Yeah, don't come find you.
He's not a drug guy. He doesn't get it,
and he does it on a stream. It's like, dude,
he'll fuck it up.
You're telling me drug dealers don't have YouTube? I mean, literally, he got busted for sending a picture during his stream by the federal government. Well, the feds didn't get involved. Well, did they get involved? Anyways, the state was definitely involved. You know what I'm saying? Like. What, like the main rule about drugs is you don't talk about what you got out of. Yeah.
Well, okay, but that's the thing. Like when they first got arrested and whatever, he tried to play like, "Oh, they got arrested. Oh, I had no idea that was going to happen." Like, oh, I wonder how. I wonder how that whole thing came up. I wonder how they got. I wonder who told on them. And he was like, and then later he was like, "Yeah, like, yeah, I may have told
these people. I talked to this detective."
And then the next thing you know, it was like,
he can't.
Yeah, whoever snitched on him did the Lord's work. And then the next thing, I'm the snitch. I did it, and I'm proud I did it. I'm glad I did. It's like,
go as I go with God, or some bullshit he says. Go as I go, or some crap. Like, oh, when he says that, makes me so nauseous.
And then he did his 10th anniversary show at Stoney's where there's a bunch of bikers and shit, and he got up on stage and was like, "I'm a proud snitch," and it was like, holy shit, that's not probably something you want to say in a biker bar.
That's what I'm getting at. Like,
shit,
they do things different in Minnesota, I guess. Like.
They're going to drag you out in the alley and beat you to death here. In this
place. Paso, Texas. I'll disappear. Like, they'll make me not be alive.
Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, a dork. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's like with all the socially awkward stuff. Like that's just another piece of it right there. He doesn't he don't get
every social
he's
interaction
not cool.
Every from what we hear about every social interaction he has with men, like he can't stop but like help being an awkward, weird idiot. That guy from the radio station, he was
Paul Shea.
He was bragging about how much shit he writes off on his taxes and shit. Like he's just a guy who goes and brags. Apparently, he's a dude who goes to steakhouses and shows strangers April's tits.
Yeah, her nude pictures.
He doesn't know people. He doesn't know how to interact like socially.
I wanted more from Paul Shea.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I don't think he had any more though. Honestly, I think he said everything. But that's the thing. Like the one one thing that I took away from that was that Aaron thought he was like a cool jock dude. But he was like the nerdiest fucking jock dude of all time and whatever.
Dude, just the numbers. Like Shay was talking about, and like Moody did this, and I disagree with Moody on it and how he did it. Like he would show how many people click like on like the Aaron story compared to like the mall opening a new Payless or some bullshit. And like I get that, but there's also like you go on Twitter, you can see how many times people clicked on it or stayed on it, and like. Paul didn't use those numbers, or Moody didn't use those numbers. He used the numbers that came off of the website from the actual website itself. No one really goes to the actual website. They just click off of Twitter. And I think if he would have done those numbers, it's like when I did my stories on Aaron and Nick, they would get like 20, 30, 50,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Like KADN didn't get the actual click itself, but the Twitter account did. And that does generate traction and traffic. So I thought Shay left some of that out, and I wanted to hear more of those numbers. And I also want to hear more about like what some of the money people thought about these kind of things. Like there's a million questions that I wanted to ask, but I know people that aren't in the business don't know how to ask those questions about the numbers, like the Nielsen ratings and like how he was doing his shows. And I wanted more from that, but again, that's not their fault to not know how to ask the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all interesting stuff. Yeah, because you might be right. He may have just a few more insights, but I think for the most part, he gave us like history wise. I don't think he left out anything from high school or like the weddings and etc. I would have liked to have heard the actual story of Aaron getting choked out at the wedding again, like just for like posterity, you know, just to get it really like on record in, you know, very, you know, nail that.
I still
story
feel like
down
that was like a
little
dumb
bit better.
story he made up to sound cool.
No, that's
She said,
I mean,
April said.
Has that been confirmed?
Aaron said that happened. So
I know he might have said that.
No, Paul Shea said it happened. Yeah, Paul Shea was there and whatnot. So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Something changed with the audio. Yeah,
I want to hear the song they're jamming. Actually,
he's partying, man. He's probably getting a phone call or some shit.
It was the Backstreet Boys.
Blackstreet Boys. There he is. We can.
Sorry about that.
Well, there's two of them.
Push the wrong button.
No worries, brother. All right, we got some more text to get into. We can check out these things. All right. Yeah, the context is simple. He hates Ashley and he hates April, and he needs to be free from that awful bitch. If he lost his kids, he'd be fine with it. This is the one that I thought was the most interesting out of all of the stuff I mean, obviously eating jizz off your lady, that's fucking weird. Also, there's a bunch of weird stuff, but this is fucking, you know, like a parent that would rather give up their kids than their girlfriend is fucking insane to me, dude. I do not understand the thinking on this one. But yeah.
He's drifting through life, bro. He don't think about his kids at all during the day.
He doesn't think at all.
And whatever, there's a lot here in this one. I could just kind of bomb through it real quick. The threat. Okay, so this is Aaron and Nick apparently. The threat is she doesn't want to put up with this anymore, and I'm terrified that I'm only fighting so her and I could be free. Without her, I wouldn't care if I burned the whole thing down just to spite that awful bitch. April gives me something better to fight for. Yeah, Aaron, the threat is she doesn't want to put up with this. Oh, that's sorry. That is the big thing. She is worth fighting for. She's pushing it away. I feel it when she talks to me. There's venom, anger when she talks to you guys. She's vulnerable and loving, and I need that. That fuels my will to fight. If the kids had to go and I still had April, I could make it. If April was gone and the kids were here, I don't know, man. I know angels don't fall to earth. I know what I have.
He needs her to be vulnerable. The fuck are you saying?
No, like, so it sounds like they got adversarial with each other. Like they were like a fighting couple, you know what I mean? That wasn't very happy anymore.
Yeah, but why would he say he needs April to be vulnerable? To what?
To him?
You trying to punch her in the belly, or like what the fuck?
Well, that's the thing. He was a domestic abuser, and he fucking probably laid his hands on her. But it wasn't.
But that's not the thing. That just kind of speaks Aaron's like personality. Like it needs people to be vulnerable. Same way he was talking about. Hey, when I need to be the funny guy, I need you to be less funny when you're hanging out with me. Like. What the fuck's going on in this guy's head?
Aaron told me a story. Oh, not Aaron. Nick told me a story. Go ahead, Honky. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, I was done. Go ahead.
Honky?
No, I'm good.
Oh, Honky.
So, Nick was telling me a story one time about how they were going to get in a fight. Like, they were all drunk and, like, the girls were fighting. And so, like, something push came to shove, and, like, Nick and Aaron were going to throw down. And, like, Nick told me that Aaron backed down. That Aaron was afraid to fight Nick because Nick is crazy. So I don't know if that's true. I'm just telling you what Nick had told me and how that story went down. So according to Nick, Aaron was afraid of him when it came to fist time.
That damn tattoo on Nick's belly says otherwise.
I was gonna say. I'm just telling you, again, the story that I was told.
When it comes to, I don't know, when it comes to blows, like I know Aaron challenged Melton to a fight a bunch of times, excuse me, but Melton accepted every time it was a big fat fucking drama. How Aaron ran away, whatever. I actually think like Aaron does spend time in the gym. He does spend time with the gloves. He probably could beat Melton in a boxing match. He probably could beat Nick Rekieta in a boxing match.
Yeah.
So like, why won't he do it? Whenever that opportunity does arise, Aaron happens to be the one who does back down. Like,
Nick's point was he wasn't going to box him. He was going to do like, I guess, martial arts or MMC stuff. You know what I mean? MMA. Like that was more Nick's point. Like he wouldn't fight in boxing.
No, because he was telling Melton to like get your boxing license and stuff, which that's not even necessary.
Well, he was telling that to Melton. No, I think
clearly wanted to box with like gloves, maybe headgear. I don't know.
I think Ricada's point was like the time that they almost went to blows, which was not in a boxing ring. It was at fucking Aaron's house over the coke stuff. Like Aaron was afraid of Nick, and there was no gloves being worn at the point. It would have been like a street fight. So in that case, Aaron
should have boxed each other's wife's pussy.
Well, like, dude, like really. If Aaron wanted to fight any of the like Aaron, if he wanted to fight any of these guys, all he has to do is show up to a fucking parking lot like a normal guy and have a fucking fist fight. But he wants to do it in a ring, and then he wants the guys to go get their safe sport, and they want him to get a physical, and like he has all these stipulations and shit. So it's like
that's
whatever.
Whack is dumb. Meet up behind a fucking Arby's parking lot. Like fuck. Me and Granny met up. We boxed in the middle of the street. You don't need certification. It's so dumb. Just meet up and fight.
When I was in the Army, when people would get in a fight, they would go into the tree line because you can't see anything in the tree lines. They go in the tree line, beat the fuck out of each other, come back, and they just kind of start again. That's what I think. They need a tree line.
It's so dumb to be like, well, we can't do it because you're not certified and you don't have your boxing license. That's
just
and I hate to say this word. It's cope. It's gay. It's an excuse.
Well, I bet you that Granny was wishing he had a boxing license or something after you put it to his ass that day.
Hey, he did Taekwondo, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's Flying Dragon?
Yeah. Well, he didn't use that on me, but.
Oh, come on, man. Granny's a tiny little dude with skinny little fucking toothpicks for legs. So what'd you expect,
man? He demonstrated it the time we met.
Yeah, he looked like he was walking. I mean, at least he could walk. I'll give him that.
Backwards.
He's short. Or
yeah,
I don't know.
A lot of backwards.
He's all right. He's a cool guy. I don't want
to. Quit saying that. We all know Granny's cool. He sucks at boxing. He got his ass kicked. Let's just say that as well, though. The real shit. Come on, man. You know what happened. We all saw it.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah, I know. You're just being what do they call that?
You're being homeboy. Nice, he fucks my girlfriend, and I lick his cum.
No, you're being a ball washer.
You're being a gracious victor.
I'm being an Aaron.
You're a ball washer.
Gracious. Too gracious.
You can't be nice to anybody. You're nice to somebody, you're sweeping. You're a Janny.
Grant is the only guy I'm nice to. Like, and I heard him talking shit on me, so I don't know. I don't know if I should be nice to him.
That's why. Yeah. There you go. Granny's mouth can bench press 220 pounds. You better watch out.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. That's a good one.
Damn.
All right, we got more. Let's do this one. This is from Ricada. All right.
Boner.
All right, let me move that up so you can see it. I guess I could remove our names. Yeah, so Ricada there at the very bottom. Try to teach him how to be a man his wife would want to stay with. He didn't listen. Yeah, so it sounds like Ricada the entire time was trying to give him how to talk to a woman, how to be a good husband, how to be cool around women,
to be a normal
as well
man.
as teach him how to be a man. which is the funniest thing because Aaron's not a man. That's
so they would talk for hours about this stuff. Like Nick was telling me, like they would have conversations for hours and hours because they were all yacked up, and so they would just be sitting around, hanging out, talking about this stuff, just on and on and on. They would hang out with someone that's on blow, and all they want to do is just talk. That's the stuff that was happening. But like they were doing ketamine as well. So I think ketamine, and I don't know this, but from my understanding, it makes you feel like a god. And so I think they were kind of building complexes with this stuff, and that's where a lot of this comes from because they just didn't know how to stop talking, and everything they did, they documented.
Telling me they got the god complex from the ketamine?
I'm saying that possibly that could be something.
Ketamine.
I remember this part of Boogie Nights. Yeah, when they're all sitting around coming up with great ideas, and then next thing you know, he's in the studio trying to, make a record so that he could blow up in his singing career. I remember all this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's where like you're getting a lot of this. And then again, they would write it down. Like, don't write stuff down when you're all yacked up. It's never as good in the morning as it was when you were thinking it, from what I'm told.
It's never as good as that letter we're going to read here in a minute. Yeah. That letter is just so good. I love it. Son of a bitch. All right. So Ethan Ralph said, damn, you were actually a really great friend of this guy. You're almost the complete opposite of what he's been saying for an entire year. Damn. Yeah.
Red bar explosion sound.
I kind of have to agree.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we already read the tweets, but so guess who had something to say about that?
Fucking come on.
Okay, real quick, before you get going on this,
the guy who's going to be dead in a year? Yeah, old Johnny.
You know that you're about to get roasted. You've just been throttled last night and the night before. They had a festival about you. You knew everybody's going to watch you come out here. This isn't even my joke. Like, someone else was talking about this today. What are you doing when a Minnesota Gophers are like, don't represent them when you're like having to verbally defend yourself or slurping another man's semen? Like, come on, dude. Again, this is back to being self-aware. Wear a collared shirt or something. You know what I mean? Like, don't let Minnesota get involved with this. Sorry, go ahead.
Rumor has it that was April's old Minnesota Gopher shirt. So
no. That's the jersey with the number 1 on it. That's the one that was definitely fucking April's. Because it fits him like a glove, and not in a good way. More like a rubber glove. Like
latex
protective glove. Yes.
I don't know. I'm out.
But I read those texts, and there was one about my kids that I saw that I was like, wow, you were in a fucked up, wrong-headed, shitty place, dude.
Sure you were.
That was shitty.
Like, may I ask what the one about your kid was?
It was. I don't know what the context is, because here's the trick Nick pulled. He never
Johnny
posted
pretending like he hasn't
wrote
seen
before,
this shit.
And he never posted his reply. It was always
this is the
one
one we're talking about, right? The cabaret? Hell yeah.
Can I ask what they're talking about? Johnny has seen all of this shit.
Cabaret, yeah.
Oh yeah, can you imagine pretending like you don't know everything that's going on? After I leave Steel Toe, I just go straight and start doing my own stream and living my own life, right?
Aaron was like, okay, when we do this show, pretend you haven't seen the Hackamania stuff. Okay?
What's this?
Don't say a fucking word.
What's this all about? I don't know none of it.
Don't be looking
Good job. Good Johnny.
Well, I guess it is kind of possible because it does seem like Aaron and Johnny they're not real friends outside of doing the streaming and stuff together. I don't really see that they probably talk much or know each other that well. It comes off that way. So it is a possibility, but for Aaron to be like, I have no idea what the context is. And, Ricada fucking sent out the context of it now. So he put it on Twitter. So if you want to go read it, go ahead, Aaron. Now you can know the context of it.
Maybe it's true. Maybe
go ahead, GG.
Maybe Johnny is so frustrated with the shit coming out about Steel Toe that he just tries so much. Anything he sees Steel Toe, just blocks it on Twiter. Doesn't want to see. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he does.
Johnny knew.
Johnny did know. He pays his kids $700 a month, but Johnny gets $500 a month.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's kind of, like, should you
Well, you know what? Johnny ain't worth that even. So that's
that's true. Like,
You're not worth my kids' allowance.
Right.
Some of them had the time and date cut off of them.
What a bitch.
I know.
Move.
I thought it was a bitch move too, but I read them and there was one, I think that one was from December of 2023. So he's going back to 2023.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not.
And it said something like, I think I could stand if I lost my kids. Because this was about, I think this was around the time Ashley was going for that HRO because she knew April. She suspected April was on something. And I said, something to the effect of, I could handle losing my kids if I had April with me. Like it was something like it's
that's a fucking red flag, my friend.
That's a really shitty thing to say. That's a horrible thing to say.
Johnny's saying that about Aaron.
That if I was still like that, then hit me in the fucking head with a shovel, man, because that's some terrible shit. Now, luckily,
so if you've only, so he was like, oh yeah, I must have been really in a bad place at the time. So in 2023, was he doing the HRO stuff?
No,
I thought it was from like 2022 or 2021, dude.
Did Aaron know the Ricadas in November or December 2023? I didn't think that was a thing.
Yeah, that's when they just started hanging out.
Maybe
so. Per that HRO, from what I understood, the reason when Nick had explained that, she got that because he was sending April to pick up the kids from school instead of going and doing it himself. Right. So she was like, no. It's not, you're not sending her. You're going to have to do it yourself. It had nothing to do with what Aaron said.
April. That's right. Yeah, she didn't like April picking up the kids. That's exactly what it was.
And
then she got an HRO against them so that they had to swap kids at the fucking police station. That's what it was.
Right.
But but she also brought up all of April's old tweets about fucking Aaron hitting her and in their conversations about him being a monster. Is it
gripping her tightly and not letting her go, squeezing her?
Yeah, squeezing her and headbutting her. All of that stuff. Exactly.
Squeezing her was smart though. It don't leave bruises. So kudos.
And then of course this is after. So April on Easter famously went home while Aaron and his kids were at Nick's. They were all together. All the kids were together on Easter of 2024. And April goes back to the house, goes to the house, packs up all her shit. And when Aaron gets home, she gone. But yeah, so apparently this is after that period of time. Aaron sent this message to Nick. I just hate my wife cleaning out my closet, sleeping with other people while walking out on me, and kid of breaking the rule of the whole thing, the classics. Shit, I didn't know any rules were broken. I'm not here to argue, just listen. That was Nick. I hold zero animosity towards you. By the way, you've been super cool, which is weird. Well, she left me, and there she is still. Yeah, so he knew that she went back to them just by what that text says. So he knew she was there at that house, and that gave him the reason to pull the snitch thing that he did, turning everybody in. Absolutely.
Yeah, that did it.
So he said he had zero animosity towards him, and he said you've been super cool, which is weird. But yeah, obviously he's got some issues, but breaking the rules of the whole thing. So the rule was what? That you never give up your wife to the Polycule? Is that the rule?
I guess don't develop real feelings, maybe, or something like that.
Or actually, I think it's don't go last in the train. Don't ever break that rule.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
And don't clean up. Yeah, you kind of would think that Aaron broke some of the rules too, considering Like okay, that was the other thing. Like, you remember how much Aaron was talking about, like, that he developed some extra special relationship with Kayla there, and I think he was trying to play like mental gymnastics to fuck with Nick by saying that kind of shit, because he'd lost April, and either he was just feeling bad about his own self and his inability to keep April. But also was trying to like get into Nick's head, but it was too late by that point, I would assume. But trying to get into Nick's head by saying like, "Oh yeah, Kayla, she had a special relationship with me too. She fell in love with me and wanted me, that they had their own special thing." I fucking highly doubt it. Kayla probably not a chance in hell that that's the case. Did you ever get any answers on that entire situation?
So what I noticed, and like what Nick talked a lot about, is like it was very volatile. They were always fighting, and not just like April and Aaron, but like Nick and Kayla would get in like knockdown, drag out fights, and then like I think Aaron and April then get in big time fights. And I have a feeling that like all the animosity and drama just kind of builds and spreads between the two couples, and so one starts fighting, the other two start fighting, and they just see a culture of fighting. And so it just continues within the Polycule, from what I understand, from what I saw, or what it was explained to me, and like drawing off of that. Because if all you see is people fighting, you think to yourself, that's how we're supposed to behave. So if we're not fighting, then maybe something's wrong. That's my Freudian look at it. You know what I mean? Trying to answer your question. There's a lot of fire, a lot of fighting, a lot of passion, but then a lot of hating on each other. And, the people that you care about the most, you can really hurt the most too, because you know how to do it. You know their buttons. So
yeah, absolutely.
But like Nick and
poking at them,
right? But they've been together for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna break up, kind of thing. April and Aaron were together for what, a year, 2 years, something like that. So they didn't have that foundation.
Yeah, like
Kayla and Nick had.
Right, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah,
no shared history.
And it sounds like maybe Aaron wasn't so fond of April after all, because and Melton says that a lot too. Like, I'm just kind of still in his thought that maybe he saw the Polycule thing as a way to ditch her, because he might have been sick of her. I don't know.
Yeah, I think just the opposite. I think she used the Polycule thing to ditch him.
That very possibly.
I mean, she was April. I got a theory. April can never have children.
Forever mommy, though. Really, forever mommy?
Yeah, forever and ever and ever.
Ever.
But yeah, I don't think she can have any kids, and so that might have been fun playing mom for a minute there. But after you realize that you're the one doing everything for the kids, and all the house cleaning, and the walking of the dog, and the picking up of the dog shit, and roofing the house, and
and hunting, bringing home the food.
Right. Eventually she's going, you know what? This dude ain't very manly. And then the dude with the big hog came in. She goes, fuck Aaron. I'm gone.
Later.
I don't know if she was looking to monkey branch initially. I think she was still about steel toe. Like, if you remember, like, before she jumped off Twitter, like, it was right in the very beginning. Her and me had actually talked in, like, DMs, like, one time, like, how's it going? I was going to clip some of your stuff. And everything was, like, all cool. Like, she saw herself as the general manager of Steel Toe Corporation or whatever it is. So she believed that she was a part of this organization. So I don't think she wanted to leave Aaron to go and be with Nick. She wanted that to bring Steel Toe up with her, as she is an owner as well. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was she probably saw that Aaron's not going anywhere. This thing is a disaster. Ricada has 500,000 subs. The choice was obvious.
Yeah, when she first got with Steel Toe, I mean, they were the big fish in the little pond. By the time they were like trying to flirt with some of the bigger shows, and they kind of dismissed him. And then everybody started making fun of him. And then everybody started really piling on him. And then it probably wasn't so much for fun for her. Then videos were being made about her, and not in a fun way. So like, it probably changed your mind about the whole situation very quickly.
I think the whole April Imholte clout chasing thing does make sense though, because she did go for Aaron because he kind of had some numbers. He was the local radio man, and then he was the Twitch guy. But then they met Nick, and he had more subs. It makes a lot of sense why
You could be right.
April would go for Nick instead of Aaron.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense.
Next one up. All right, what do we got here? We got. All right. This is Aaron. Then when I can't, so he'd already lost his, Nick talking about after she was already gone. That it was like, yeah, man, I can't have my wife back because you stole her. But this was like for that period of time. He was always complaining to Nick about stuff. And then when I came to your home after not seeing her all fucking day, missing my queen, am I passed over, ignored, and abandoned so you two can go to the bathroom? If I'm not needed, let me know. I have 3 kids and a barely burning career at this point. I have things that depend on me. It's kind of weird that he would rather have April than his kids. But yet that's what he brought up. Like, if I'm not needed around here, you guys don't want me, just let me know, because I have kids and other things that do need my attention. But he was singing a different tune just shortly before that. I find that fucking, juxtaposition very interesting, because it was like, yeah, on one hand, he's like, yeah, I could easily give up all my kids for April, but in a different light, you can see there he was singing a different tune. I think the only reason was because he was getting ignored by the Polycule, and he could already feel that he was being the odd man out. He was probably always off to the side like he was in the hot tub. You know what I mean? They all had like a tight bond.
Aaron's never been cool enough to like do coke and like be cool about it. Nick was inviting him to all this shit. Like, come do coke in the bathroom with us. Stop fucking crying like a baby. It would be fucked up to be like Aaron was wrong because he was looking after his kids, but that's the thing he's trying to tell everybody to like get out of looking like he was doing that kind of stuff, because that for a time he was doing coke in the bathroom with Nick. But I mean,
I think Aaron became sentient and started realizing, like you had in that thing, my career is going nowhere. Like, he knows it. Like, he
barely burning.
Yeah, like he sees it. So all this pretending about, I got 1,000 numbers on Rumble. I got 50,000 people watching me. No, you don't, and you just said that you didn't.
That's hilarious. Barely burning. He's trying to romanticize his downfall.
Yeah, I have a failing career. Is what he
doesn't believe his own farts.
Right.
He doesn't believe another win for the toe. He knows he's in the toilet right now.
Yeah, so no, it's good to be in the toilet. What are you talking about? It's so nice.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go from but up, except
right.
Somehow Aaron Steve's
finds a way
down the toilet more. Like,
I mean, obviously that whole thing was about clout chase. I mean, isn't everybody trying to go to a bigger show and be on bigger shows, get exposure, get your name out there?
He should go on bigger shows. That's what, the only thing that'll get him.
You're just not supposed to go on there and then let the guy that runs the show fuck your wife. That's the one mistake he made.
Rule number 1.
All he has to do is like accept like getting shit on, basically, and like challenge all the stuff. Even if, because everyone knows. He doesn't believe this shit. He doesn't believe he's doing that great. He can turn it around. If he went to Hackmania, he would have fucking even more respect than he's got now. But like, I think he can fix it. He can fix his rep. Do
you think that he would go to something like Hackmania, where the dude who is really largely responsible for his downfall?
Hackamania would have sold twice as many tickets if Aaron Imholte went.
Yeah, but
he's not trying to sell tickets for Hackamania.
Right. And that's Melton. That's his fucking number one
I'm not trying to
enemy,
make Melton money. That's everybody's stupid fucking mindset, dude. It's like, Yeah,
Well,
it's
not
a
in
competition.
Like, it was too late. Like there was no way of not. Like I already said that earlier. Like there was no way of getting Nick Rekieta to back off showing that stuff and them doing all that they did. They would have just added one more cool event to their thing, which was Aaron boxing.
You dunk Aaron's head in the fucking.
Yeah, they would have given him a swirly and sent him back to Minnesota, and that would have been about the end of it, dude.
Yeah, I can't see how that would help him to go there. Like, I see your point. Like, it'd be pretty, grab your balls and be like, hey, I'm here. Say it to my face. Or like, hey, I'm leaning into the joke. But, like, just so much damage has been done. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah, I wish.
Maybe it is too late.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, though.
But I don't know. Give it 2 years. Is anybody going to give a fucking 2 years? Like,
dude, this has been going on for a year and a half.
Yeah, I don't even think anyone cared. So, like, we were all excited to see how he was going to spin it this morning and see how he reacted to it. And I'll actually give him kind of some credit because he really did just kind of, and you could tell he was dejected a little bit. You could tell he had some feelings about it, but also
did
he
you
didn't
already watch it. I haven't seen it.
I watched enough to know that. Okay, so if it was an insane overreaction explosion today, like Steel Toe Boring Show Reddit would have had 50 clips from it. It was not like that. It was like he had a very mediocre response to the entire thing. So
it was about 38 minutes. I watched it and I clipped it. I was like, do I upload this? But I'm like, I don't want to give any more air to Aaron. I'm kind of done with that stuff with him. But
done with you.
Yeah, he got too. But like it seemed like he almost made you feel like he won. But when you go back and look at the fashion and everything, you're like, wait a minute, no.
There's no way.
But he's so good at twisting it. Like he really is good at like I told you, I used to donate to him. Like I was all about the hustle and respected him and all that. And then it's like, oh no.
From what I saw here, I guess he went the route of like, can you believe they went this low, and shit like that.
He made it sound like a nothing burger, like everything was a nothing burger. But like that picture of him laying in bed with Kayla, oh god, like.
Well, he was just in bed by himself, but I mean, yeah, that was bad too. I mean,
sending pictures.
That doesn't prove you had come though. It's just an embarrassing picture. Who cares?
I mean, like. That group text was just for the girls to send tit pics or nudes. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for Aaron to send nudes. Like what are you thinking? Like that's how he doesn't understand things. Like
that was my favorite thing
because
yeah, right. The whole point of that group chat was for like we want to see sexy pictures from the girls. For some reason, Aaron thought he had to be one of the sexy girls.
Like he doesn't get it.
No, like he's kind of a whatever. He's autistic, but he's a spurg too. So like he'll never have a moment where you can just like chill and be like, yeah, I'm cool, for more than a second because he's always trying to like throw something out there and always trying to like he thinks he's on a fucking podcast 24/7 like he did when he was in the hot tub instead of just trying to be like chill and cool. He doesn't have it in him to do that. He's just not capable of it. So
right, everyone who's met him says the same thing.
Right.
He just wants to impress people. Like
too much overkill.
Like he tried to do that with me. Like he wanted me to be part of his content, and that's why I was like, no. I'm just here to report and get out. But he wants everything to be a part of the show so he has something to talk about, so he can fill the goal, so he can stretch time. You know what I'm saying? He's like an energy vampire, basically.
Exactly.
That's why it's going to be hard for anybody to have a real relationship with him because they're going to have to realize.
Well, if you try hard enough, maybe you'll be lucky, Triple G.
Maybe so, yeah. I'm blocked there. I've been blocked before all you. I almost said something really bad. I've been blocked before all you motherfuckers, okay? Just so you know.
Yeah, I've been away. What's going on with Quad Chic? What?
Honky did it.
I haven't seen nothing. What are you talking about? I don't know.
That's the back of Honky's hand. Is what that
it
is.
almost looks like a damn heart from here.
You'll find it very distasteful.
I love everybody. It's a birthmark.
Oh, nice.
I was born with it 2 days ago.
It's a raspberry, a raspberry birthmark.
Yeah, you used to see the guy's hands.
All right, next one we got up is the letter. The Dear John letter, as it were, if you will.
Bye, Felicia.
No, you're supposed to be folded. You're supposed to read one side and then flip it over.
Yeah, you didn't read the part where I still want to be with you? You just read the part where
if only I was there to tell you that when you got the letter.
All right, let's hear Dear Aaron.
So we're going to go through this letter that Nick has so generously provided us of Aaron Imholte and the last thing he ever wrote to April. Here's a picture of the entire letter. He taped her wedding ring to it.
Gotcha.
Completely done at this point.
She left this behind at his house. She cleared out the wardrobe and then put this.
No, I don't want the ring. No, you have to have the ring. Fuck you.
Keep that ring.
But the funniest part is that Nick has the ring, which is even more hilarious than anything.
So you told me he doesn't.
$6,000 ring tape.
Oh, April has it now?
I don't know who has it, but Nick says he doesn't have it. That's what Nick told me. Now, he may have it. He may be lying to me. But from Nick's mouth, he doesn't have it.
Fair.
Because I asked that. I said,
Ring
that's
down?
hilarious. Because I wanted to know if he was going to bring the ring to Hackamania. Show it to him. He's like, no. He doesn't have it.
Shouldn't April have given Aaron back the ring?
I think Aaron has it.
Yeah, I would hope so. That's how
I like the
work.
very, very top. It says, I've been a bastard. And the very, very bottom says, I've been a liar. I've been a monster. That's so funny, dude.
My biggest problem with this letter is it's all Aaron saying about how bad he's been. That's it. He doesn't follow up with, here's how I'm going to fix it. Here's how I'm going to,
he's a
be
beta.
a better man. None of that. He's not capable. I'm a dickhead. That's it. Yeah, maybe you should leave me. Maybe you should suffocate his dick.
I think what's revealing here is that he probably never admitted any of this stuff while they were together. Like he probably never admitted, like, maybe squeezing you was bad. Maybe headbutting you was bad. Like he never admitted that any of the shit he did was bad stuff. So
no, they probably had never talked about anything that wasn't the show.
I mean, I've been a liar and I've been a monster says a lot, right? I've been a monster.
He just picked on her every time she was on the show. Like, he would make fun of her and joke around, like, at her expense. And, like, you could see, like, when he would say something messed up to her, and she would kind of be like, what? Like, haha, and try to play it off. I think she thought this was going to be a fun
I'm just
couple
doing it
thing.
for the show.
Yeah, no, he's a jerk.
The thing that makes me sad is April would talk about those kids on the show like they were hers, all the time. When April was gone, Aaron finally was like posting Instagram reels of the kids and stuff and bringing them up on the show.
Doing karaoke and
it makes me upset, like hearing about that. Like Aaron pisses me off about that.
April also was the one that shared with the world that Louis, his middle child, is retarded. You remember that? He got mad that
he's special needs or something. He threw a football at his head or whatever.
Yeah. That
was more
like
his head is shaped like a football, kind of like Stewie.
Yeah, well, Aaron was slept
before
on
he
top
hit the
of him
ceiling.
one night.
Right. Yeah, man. So
that's an old Family Guy pool.
Could be worse. Could be the Chad Zumach's brother story.
Oh, man. It's nothing. Nick didn't know that story. I was talking to him on the phone yesterday about that. He was like, this guy, Chad Zumach, was talking all this shit. And, like, I have nothing against Chad and like that. But I was like, did you know the story about Chad's brother getting run over by the van? And he had no idea about that story. Yeah. So I was like, maybe that's why kind of Chad's a little bit different that way. And so I was trying to explain to Nick a little bit about Chad. Like, he had no idea. He had no idea about that story.
Hey, well, that's not cool. But like Chad needs to quit, just like Aaron. It's why fucked up shit happens to people like that. I think.
Chad's been on the
God. I think it's God sending you a message.
Hey,
you need to stop.
I have nothing against Chad. He's always been cool.
I hate Chad. I wish death upon him.
That's y'all's beef. I understand.
Well, that's why you fell out of a tree, Quad, because you're racist.
Yeah, that's actually.
I like that is Kevin saying
why,
that.
really.
He's like, That's why he's racist. That's why he can't walk because he's racist.
Racism breaks necks,
So
folks.
dumb.
Remember,
So
public
dumb.
service announcement.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah, don't. If you're racist, your neck breaks and shit.
Straight up. I'm waiting on mine.
All right, let's hit these finer points of the letter, and then we'll move on very quickly. As you see there, it's only a couple minutes here.
And after this, he started calling it my wedding ring.
Yeah. I've been a bastard. I've been harsh to you when you needed support. I've guilted and punished you when you begged for mercy.
Yes.
What in the hell?
I've broken your spirit just to keep my own world intact.
Spiraling. And remember, this is April 2024. In December, we learned yesterday, he said he had a barely burning career. Now
I stopped being the man who helped us save each other. I took both of our feelings for granted and didn't nurture them. I lied to keep the wolves from our door. My lies hurt you because it showed I didn't trust you to walk beside me as my partner.
What is this hole in the paper? April shot it. She took it out hunting.
They don't even give a shit.
I made sure you sat in the back seat for everything. I got mad at you for leaving instead of being mad at myself for being a man that needed to be left. I loved another woman effortlessly and did so in front of you. What's worse is I didn't have the balls to just say so. I've been a liar. I've been a monster.
End of letter.
So, and
I love,
like, you expect more, right?
No, like
here's what I'm
Triple
gonna
G.
do to fix it. No.
Triple G, that popped out at you too. Like, keep the wolves from the doors. Like, what does that mean? She helped him from getting arrested for the domestic violence. Like, that's the only thing I could think of.
We try to keep
the wolves, the cops, like
the internet trolls. You included that in your letter, if that's assuming that's what he meant. The wolves.
No, it kind of felt like cops. Like, thanks for not getting me arrested for hitting you or whatever, dude. That's how I thought.
Oh, you're thinking outside
Domestic
the box.
violence.
Maybe so.
I kind of think so, man. Honestly.
He's like, hey, thanks for not letting the chat know what that stack of problems was.
Yeah, that's fucking
nobody
wild.
remembers that. Oh, okay.
Wild shit, dude. Wild shit.
The wolves.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, say what you want to say. The letter says a lot, but whatever. We could just move on from the letter. That wasn't.
I can't believe.
I mean, that's not like earth-shattering stuff. It just it says a lot to Aaron.
I'm an asshole. So what?
Well, it sounds like he was like, yeah, I had no problem being nice and loving to another man's wife, just not to you.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I heard. Like, I enjoyed Kayla and fucking Kayla.
He's telling April sucks to suck.
Just with you, I had a hard time, but with Kayla, it came naturally. Yes.
He liked Kayla so much, he sent her news to Gino while on the show.
Yeah.
Man,
you're a celebrity anyway. Everybody's seen your tits. So what?
That was a mistake.
And if you haven't voted in the poll question, go ahead and vote in that thing ASAP. We're going to wrap it up here any second. Actually, we could do that pretty much here in the next 5-10. So if you haven't voted, do so now or forever hold your peace. And of course, like I said, hit that like button or hit the down button. Hit a button up or down, either one. They both help us. So help us out. We like it.
I'm going to peace out early, man. Thanks for having me.
Peace. Yeah.
Later, GGG. Good seeing you, man.
Good to talk to you, Wil Herren. Shout out Honk the Clown, real man, inward guy.
All right, brother. My Negro.
You doing a show? Hit me up, man. Hit me up. We'll do a show.
Yeah. I'll DM you.
All right, whatever.
He's cool.
No. It's not pizza sauce. It's not. I wish I could just wipe it off right now.
That's Honky's hand. That's his pimp hand, and it is strong.
Damn, I got pimped. I hate it. I hate when that happens.
Honky, man, not me.
Quit selling me in the streets. I'm a freak in them sheets.
They see him rolling.
All right, next one we got up. Let's just go ahead and take a peek at this. Yeah, what's your take on the whole time? This is from yesterday, more afternoon or whatever. Todd Peterson has entered the chat, and then Zumach says, sometimes bad things happen to double chin men. I figured I watched it. You would be having a call with the great Mr. Peterson soon. A new charge on the MasterCard would be happening. And Spilto says, it has nothing to do with that. I thought all that was funny. Nothing new and rather desperate, LOL. Getting April to make up a story out of a dirty novel is particularly funny to me. So he's pretty much just saying that the jizz swallowing never happened and that the chats are fake and made up. And he kind of stuck.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, he pretty much stuck with that today. I mean, that's kind of how it went.
You did watch all of it, like his coach stream?
Did I watch 4.5 hours? No.
Oh no, like the first it only did like 30 minutes in the beginning. Like the first 38 minutes of the show. Later, girl, go sing you.
Yeah, but I only think like 15 minutes of it were really like something, you know what I mean? Like then it kind of got boring because he was like, yeah, that never happened and it was fake. So like what else do you say after that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. When it was just more shucking and jiving, just trying to avoid what had actually happened and trying to minimize the damage that had been done. Definitely very interesting, just getting crushed like that and showing up the next day, like it had never happened. But again, to his credit, he addressed it initially off the bat, which is smart. Get that thing done and get out of the way. And then it was about 40 minutes when he started to do his regular show. I almost watched it all before I came, but I was busy.
I watched the Ellipse Eclipse one. Maybe we should take a peek at that, see what you thought. It kind of clips like Nick Rekieta's deal into the first minute of it. Just the boyfriend thing, and then of course then it cuts to Aaron. I thought that was fairly interesting. Nick looks high and fucked up right there, but yeah, he just kind of making a face.
Whippets help me forget that April's new boyfriend flicked me off, and she wants nothing to with me.
Why don't we take them?
I didn't forget that, you liar. I remember being flipped off. It was mean.
Yeah, so that story is now confirmed, folks. That he saw April and she absolutely flipped him off. Her new boyfriend. Her new boyfriend flipped him off.
So this is what Nick said about it. They're at a 4-way stop, and so they both rolled up to each other. He recognized her. She recognized him. As they drove past each other, she wouldn't look at him. But as they passed, the boyfriend then flipped him off as kind of they had passed. So he wasn't like doing one of these the whole way through. But like as he passed, then he kind of flipped Nick off. So Nick made it sound like the guy kind of like a bitch, as you're going by, flip someone off and keep going. That's the story I was told. So yeah, like you said, it is confirmed, and 100% they did see each other. But she wouldn't look at him.
But that also kind of confirms that he probably doesn't have her shacked up in that little 800 square foot room like they have been saying. That's very unlikely at this point if that was the case. Because that's what Aaron was trying to say, that she got served papers at some new little shitty place. But he said, "Oh, well, she hasn't had a job for so long. There's no way she's paying for it herself."
She has a job.
Boyfriend, a new boyfriend, exactly.
No, she has a job.
You know things that no one else knows, huh? Can you say? I guess we wouldn't want to dox her. Never mind.
No, she's working. She's doing her thing.
She's just trying to work. Did she get her old job there?
No. Yeah.
She's not spray painting valves?
I asked Nick if she was spraying pipes or painting pipes.
And he was like, nah, but I'd be laying pipe.
Yeah, it did come out real bad when I asked him that. But no, she's working. She's doing her thing. It seems like she's just trying to forget and move on. And I think that kind of hurts Nick because like I don't want to say, but I think Nick loved her, or I really felt strongly for her. So to see her move on probably didn't feel good, but I think he realizes that's done now.
Well,
and, yeah.
Well, one thing we can say is everybody involved turned out being the losers, didn't they, Will?
All of us, you, me, Quad, everybody. You're right.
Yeah, there was no winner in the Nick Rekieta, Aaron Imholte saga. No winner.
Stalin, Doom, and Sotaro Joburno, they won.
They won. They were the fucking winners.
To them.
So this is a new thing. You know, I feel like I told the story on air, but maybe I didn't. But apparently Moody shared a story that I told him in the Discord, and now he has snaked me. That little snake is not shaped like a snake, but he told this story. The last time I saw April was at an intersection in town.
There you go.
Trying to think when that was. I believe it was in March sometime. And yeah, she was with her boyfriend, and he flipped me off, which, okay, like, I guess that didn't do anything to him. How come snuggle him? What a weirdo. But then it apparently made me sad, which is true. I don't know. Like, is that a bad thing? I guess. I'm not sure. That guy's kind of terrified of me. I don't know why. It's not like I have a history of stealing April away from people. What a silly life.
John and Jane Doe with $5 says April may have orally agreed to a reading, but did she agree to a digital copy and publication of a letter Nick or Melton were not privy to? No, she probably didn't, but I will say this, and I gained a lot of respect for April after this Moody message. I want to apologize to April today. I thought she was made of a lot weaker stuff. I thought she was still being kind of a hussy Coke Whippets whore.
Right. He compliments her and then he insults her. He did
it-
this multiple times. That's something that he was doing throughout this. He would say something nice about April and then call her a slut. And then call her a drug addict. He's like, oh, she's doing so well after she stopped doing all this blow and banging all these dudes and being a whore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a backhanded compliment to everybody that he was giving it to.
Right.
And there was one time that, like, even Johnny said Kayla's name. And, like, Aaron stops like, I can't talk about that. And then they redirected the conversation. But, yeah, I don't know, Honky, if you saw it too. Like, every time, like, he would compliment somebody, it would be followed with a punch in the face.
Right.
Like, that's something I saw in it.
Hey, the thing, I don't want to call it passive aggressive because it's it's right there. It's a slam, like you said. But yeah, what a bitch.
She was such a sweetheart for a fucking whore. It's like,
Right.
what?
Well, he always did that kind of shit, right? Like he would allow the chat to attack her, and then he'd be like, "What? What's this? What's the chat?" And then eventually he would be like, "Yeah, whatever. No, whatever." But yeah, he's been doing that pretty much since they've been broke up, right? Like if he ever said anything nice to her, he would always go on a tirade about what a fucking piece of shit she was over and over and over.
Right after he complimented her.
Yep. All right, so I just kind of jumped forward to where he did talk about, like, he was glad to find out, I guess, that she'd moved on and doing her own thing, has a job, and left Nick. I think that's the number one thing that he was glad about. What do you guys think?
That's the only thing he's glad about.
If
he could, Aaron, I think Aaron would take April back in a New York minute. If she came back around and said, hey, I fucked up or whatever, Aaron would get rid of fucking what's her name and be back with April. Yep, no problem.
No, I could.
He did it already once before. He already did it one time. Why wouldn't he do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Honky on that. I could see him taking it back immediately and just pretending.
Guess who's back? Forever, mommy. Hey, kids, aren't you excited? Yay, forever, mommy.
Whatever he could get out of her, I think, is what he would want.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's all stretched out and ready for him. That's right.
She's a freak, and you know how he loves a freak.
He's a licker.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, so this is just the message. Moody apparently had a Discord today, and it got tweeted out, but also he just screenshotted it and put it up on his stream.
To go. Like Nick hadn't been back home in Minnesota for a day, and Moody's already spilling state secrets. Let's take a look. This is from the NLO Discord. It says, I don't know April and have never spoken with her. I assume she's living in the place she was doxxed at. Based on what Nick told me, he hasn't spoken to her in months. The last time he came close to that was in January, where he saw her at...
We've already heard all this. I guess we don't really need
Nick knows where she's at. Like, Moody doesn't know all of it.
Is that the same place that doxed? I don't know that it's even doxing, right? It was papers were served, so it's public information kind of thing, right?
100%. I know that it's not like with a boyfriend or anything like that. She's getting herself squared away.
Nice. Well, good. I'm glad she's gets to move on with her life and be done with all this shit. Whatever. It's a lot. It's been a lot, man. It's been kind of wild.
But I don't feel bad for her. She wanted that. Like, she wanted to be a part of the Steel Toe Morning Show. Remember, she was the general manager of the company. She was all about it. She wanted to be in it. She wanted to be in a bikini in order to hit the goals. She wanted to be in the hot tub. Like, I do feel bad for how it came out and how, it made her look, of course. Right. She did all of that. So it's like, how do you feel bad when that's what you wanted and that's what you got?
She was doing cocaine then, though.
Yeah, well, that's fair. You can tell I don't.
I mean, that cocaine's a hell of a drug.
The rumors, man. We had the rumors. I forget. Yeah, anyway. All right. I did end the poll question. Let's go ahead and do that. Yes. Was Hackamania a success? Yes. 54% of people said yes.
That's
no,
close.
21%. Yeah, not even. Yeah, they did good. Yes, 54%. No, 21%. Another win for the toe. I assumed that there would be a few Steel Toe fans in here this evening, so I had to give them the option. And Spurtopia won. There you go, 11%. If anybody didn't know that they were streaming the entire, they stream sniped the entire live stream from Hackamania, so they were doing their own thing, and yeah, the toe won, and Spurtopia won, 12%. There you go. There's the goods. Thanks for everybody for voting in the poll question. We appreciate that. And we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program now. But yes, thanks for everyone for voting. Like I asked, you guys listen well. 170 votes. That's a pretty decent little poll.
Yeah, that's a good sample.
A good sample. Not as good as the one Aaron ate off of April, though.
So it's kind of funny. I'm here at a bar called Legends, and I was with my boss, Jim Parker, yesterday. You guys all know him by now, since Aaron did a Chat GPT song about him. It was wild because it was out of the blue. Him and me were sitting at the bar watching basketball because we're friends. And he goes, "Whatever happened to Mike Littman? I never got anything back from him. He said that he was going to come and get all these people after me, but he never did, and it never happened, and we never heard from him."
Disappointment on his face.
Yeah, and it was just so funny because, like, I had wanted him to forget about this whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, and no, like, he was like, "I'm in. I'm ready to go." Have Mike message me right now. Send me his personal information so we can get in contact. Our lawyers will speak with him as well. If he wants to do this thing, let's do it. Especially after saying that if we don't do things, he's going to come after us. I believe that follows blackmail. So if you would love to message us, please, with your information, the correct information, and, the lawyers are ready. Haha.
Hey-oh. Yeah, bring it on, motherfuckers. I love it, man.
Literally at this bar talking with my boss and him asking me, what happened with that guy?
Send that pussy my way.
Just imagine trying to get me fired, trying to hurt me, trying to hurt the people around me, trying to kick me out on the streets where I can't feed myself. and it backfired in your face, and now I'm laughing at you. So whoever did that, I'm laughing at you. We're both laughing at you. Haha.
Awesome, man. I like that guy's attitude.
Thank you. And thank you guys for having my back on this, knowing what was going on in the background.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, everybody. We got Wil Herren's back. He's a good egg, folks. Absolutely. What do you think about Elisa Clips at this point? Do you have any issues with her?
It's crazy. All the Clippers are thicker than thieves. We all talk to each other. We all give each other heads up. Like, I love Alyssa. And that's where me and Nick fight. Because, like, Nick does not like Alyssa. And Alyssa does not like Nick. Like,
yeah, I gathered that.
They
for
had
sure.
beef, like hatred beef. And, like, I'm not a part of it at all. Alyssa has been nothing but a sweetheart to me. It was funny, like, when I first clipped Chrissy Mayer, like a year ago around this time, Alyssa was like, don't clip her. Frank will see you in the email. This is going to happen. Be careful, be careful, be careful. And I was like, oh, just do what I want. Alyssa knows what she's talking about. Alyssa did. She was right. All this drama that I got into with Kiki and stuff, if I would have just listened to Alyssa, none of it would have happened. 110%.
But you've had a blast, and it's been worth it. I bet you would say that, though, at this point, right?
No, I would have rather have been unknown. I didn't want to come out and do all this. I would rather have just done stories as a journalist and then clipped with no face. But I shot my mouth off. It was my fault, and that's I love Alyssa. Yeah.
And then you came on here with Kiki.
Yeah, you're the one that started it. I didn't even come on with Kiki. She just showed up.
Yeah, I love it, man. I'm glad it happened then, because now we got to know you, man. That's way more fun than you being some secretive guy.
Well, then more about Alyssa. Like she saw that went down last year as well. And she was messaging me, "Are you okay if I do this? Are you okay if I use this clip?" Like she was super awesome. Like when people talk about how nice she is, and like she really is. Like that is Alyssa. She's a sweetheart. Now I might get in trouble with Nick, but that's the truth. She's always been good to me, at least.
That's cool to hear.
Same as Stalin and So Thorough and Doom. Like
yeah. All those ladies are wonderful.
When Aaron went after me, they all knew as well, and so they had my back from the beginning. Like all of them. Like when I have a problem, I don't tell y'all. I tell the Clippers. Like they're good people. They really, really are. Shout out to them.
All right. Oh, we're going there. Yeah, you guys go sit off to the side there. Go sit in the cuck chair. The demon corner.
Damn it.
Again.
I ain't slurping nothing for you, pal.
I ain't cleaning nothing.
So here's one more. Right before we show that Aaron is living his best life and that we can all go fuck ourselves. This one was a little bit weird. Some like suicide ideation or some shit. I don't even know what he was exactly getting at on this one, but it was interesting to hear. Just got this little clip.
He's being accused of being an Aaron sock account by Patrick Melton fans. He says with $4.99, he says your A-logs are crazy. Don't we know it? I tagged you once on Twitter, and I want to bid to host the Special Olympics. Never quit. You're giving them a reason not to. He means not to end it all. He says it here with $1.99, not end it all. I mean, I really am keeping a lot of them alive.
That guy Scarecrow.
They don't appreciate how much you do for them.
I don't know what Scarecrow's deal is. Like, he used to he would make videos against Nick, and like he did like real good content. And I actually spoke to him like on Twitter, like in DMs, like, do you mind if I like clip you? And he was like, yeah, cool, no problem. And then like a few months later, this dude is like at my neck. So like, I think he hates Nick. And so anybody that doesn't hate Nick, he hates.
Yeah.
I mean, but I saw that.
I like that you were just saying like with all the Clippers that you guys all get along. Whatever, you might have your favorite people that you follow and or hate to death. But yeah, also you're kind of like normal with each other, which is good to hear. But every once in a while you get one of these Clipper wars and it's like, Jesus Christ, come on, really? Like, you guys should all just like behind the scenes, you should really be impartial and not really give a fuck about like, it really is the internet. And as much as Aaron talks about, like, hey, when you finish your show, like, you shouldn't like let this stuff affect you to the point where you're like fucking with people online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is kind of weird that some people just can't let it go at the end of the day. But yeah, okay. So is Aaron Imholte? I mean, you kind of heard it right there, right? What he said. Like, if we didn't have Steel Toe to watch, make fun of, or watch the shows that watch him, that he himself is like, we have nothing to live for except for Steel Toe. That's how he thinks of this whole situation. Like, none of us have lives. None of us are doing anything with our time. If he wasn't here, we'd all be blowing our own proverbial brains out.
I kind of give him the point on that. Like, we used to have John Melendez, so we had plenty to do with that. And then, like, Aaron was kind of the side thing until his world just exploded in front of everybody. So then we all went there, and then John went to the wayside and disappeared. Though we all have other things to do than watch Aaron, that's for sure. But I don't know if there's anybody else to watch and to clip other than maybe like Carmack X, maybe Joey C. Like, that's a locale that.
You like that guy?
Who?
Karmic X, the new shiny object.
I have no problem with Carmick. I've never heard anything. You never said anything bad to me. I'm one of those people. Like, if you're cool to me, I'm cool to you. You always get that off the bat. So that's 100%. Being from Minnesota, he loses points. But other than that, he seems funny. You know?
He'll be a part of the next Polycule.
Yeah, hopefully. That'll give us something to clip.
You thought Nick had a big dick. Wait till you see Carmex X.
But what's wild like about the clipping too, like you brought that up, Honky, a lot of the clippers wouldn't have anything to clip if Aaron wouldn't shut up. Like, everything that we clipped for like months and months and months all came out of the Aaron camp. You know, Nick would pop on with like a StreamYard, like one of his only stream, what the fuck it is, his stream thing. And we'd get some stuff from him. But it was always from Aaron. I have hundreds of clips of Aaron because he was the one that was doing all the talking. Like, the most talking. Like, he would give it to you. Like, I don't know what we would do without Aaron. Like, he's got a point.
We wouldn't have known about this shit. We'd have known about them getting arrested, and that was it.
People made thousands of dollars off of just Aaron videos in the past year and a half. Think about that, thousands. Maybe some tens, but like thousands of dollars. And good for them. You know, everybody hustles, that clips and edits and stuff like that, and does streams. You're working. So it's a cool thing. But like, to answer your question the longest way, I think he's right. Who else would there be? Who would you watch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right, man.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Chad Zumach's pretty much Chad and whatever. I like the hacker, so I like MLC and fucking Chad and all that
Me
stuff too. And I'm a huge fan of Anthony Cumia and now Opie. So no, I like all of that stuff. And I would say that Stuttering John is destroying the Shuli network right now by not being here. And it's working beauties. He said that it would wreck him when he left. And he's not wrong. He ain't wrong. It ain't good.
I think he wanted that to happen. I don't think he thought it would happen. He just wanted it to happen, but it did. Like, I haven't watched the Shuli stuff since
they're imploding.
The ISO stuff came out. And like, I don't know anything. And Shuli's never done anything dirty to me. No one at TSN has been ugly to me ever. Bob has been super cool. I know he's not with them. Me and Bob have talked on the phone before a couple of times about our teeth. And so, like, I've always been cool with them, but
that's hilarious. The implants. That's funny. Yeah, he got them Turkish implants. Where did you go to get yours?
I was going to go to Turkey. Fucking Bob, like, him and me were chatting, and like, he had talked me into going to Turkey, and it wasn't till like Jim Park, my boss, and like some of my other friends here, like, they were like, what happens if something goes wrong? Like, you break the temporary before you get the permanents even put in. Like, you gotta fly to Turkey and get it fixed. And I did break them. I broke the top one like 3 weeks ago, and I had to go to Algodones for like fucking 3 or 4 days. I was in Mexico because they had to redo the top because I broke them, you know? And like, these are the temporary. I'll get permanent soon. But like, Bob had talked me fucking into going to Turkey. And he's good at
talking. Were you talking shit to someone? He snapped it off?
No, I wish. Because I'm a fat fuck. I was eating popcorn. And like one of the kernels, because like these aren't the real teeth. They're like a plastic version. They suck. But they're not very strong either. I kind of slur a lot because the way they're made. They're just, again, temporary. So they're not the zirconium, they'll crush through everything. I was eating a popcorn, I got a kernel that hadn't popped, and I came down wrong and it snapped and it broke it. And then my fat ass, like 2 days later, was at Golden Corral. And like, you all have Golden Corrals, I assume. They have those like, go ahead, Donkey.
No, I was agreeing with you about Golden Corral.
Yeah. So, they have those like sirloin burgers, those little ones, those sliders, right? So I grabbed one of those, and I guess it had been on the grill for a minute, and like the bottom was real hard. So I bit, and I pulled it, and out came my teeth. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, so like I can't be on air without a top row of teeth. So like,
well, that'll be the first thing you do when you get back with your real teeth is have some real food. Then it sounds like.
Oh God! So like the first thing I do is call Jim. I'm like, guess what? And so like I sent him pictures of what it looked like, and like he knows the shit I've been going through with this thing, and so he's like, "You're okay," blah blah. And Jim's always had my back, so like he knew, and I worked very hard for Jim too. So like, if I call to complain about something, there's something wrong, And so he was like, "Get your stuff done," and I did. As soon as I got it done, I came right back home. Cost me like $1,000 in plane flights to go there and back, but still, it would have cost me like $80,000 here in the United States to do it. Mexico cost like $35,000, so I'm still saving money, even though there was an accident. So
except for the inconvenience of having to travel and that shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So goddamn Bob. And I love Bob.
I do want to mention
Bob.
Yeah, Bob's a good egg for sure, man. Yeah, everybody loves Bob Levy.
You can't not,
except for maybe Shuli right now, but everybody else likes the guy. Yeah, he's likable. I do want to mention everybody in the chat. You guys are fucking hilarious. Yes, I'm reading all of your pool jokes at my expense, and very, very funny. Lots of funny. Lots of funny. You guys are good.
I don't read the chat. No, I'll get mad. I'll throw this wine glass against the wall and catch me a charge.
No, that's half of my shows. These guys just fucking talking shit about me, and most of the time it's funny, so I don't care.
If you're funny, it's okay. Like if you say you're fat, get the fuck out of here. But if you say when you sit around the house, you really sit around the house, that's funny. Like I can dig on that. Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should do. Peter Sky Parker, you might be onto something. We might have to rename it the pool chat. That's if I get into PSP's the pool, funny. It could be dangerous, especially if I got into the shallow end, right?
So I always wanted to ask you this, Quad. When you dove into that pool, like that second you hit, did you know your life had changed completely? Or was it just
whatever. I was just I was struggling with the fact that I was about to drown and knew it. So actually I think that was the first thought really. But like when I hit and I knew like my arms and shit, everything was all fucked up. Like I knew it pretty quick. It stunned me for a second because I hit hard, and then it was
I bet.
My head hurt for a second, and then I was like, and now I'm starting to realize that I'm not moving anywhere. So like, oh fuck! But I did end up getting all the way across the pool somehow. What's that?
So like, if I remember correctly, you said you were drunk. So like, was it like a terror? Like inside, like, oh my fucking God, what's just happened? Or was it just
panic? Yeah, panic. Like I better get over to the fucking the ladder to get myself out. Is all I was pretty much thinking. And then whatever. I did get over to the ladder, but I don't think I had enough strength to get out of the pool. So I just kind of remember just like barely being able to fucking move. But I did get across the pool, and I remember the last second. I knew I was running out of air. It was over, and it was like, I'm dead. It was like just the realization.
I lost a fight one time at a bar. A dude had me in like a chokehold, and like I remember like things starting to go black, and I was like, okay, I lost. I'm out. And like my boys came up and they were gonna kick him in the head to make him let go of me. But like, I don't know, if he wouldn't have let go, I'd have died. Because it was that moment, like everything is normal, and then just starts getting blacker and blacker and blacker, and then when he let go, it came back.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I did that minus the coming back part. Indeed.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with
it's
you.
A wild story.
I mean, what a terrible experience. Shit.
Yeah, man. No, I've thrown down in bars before. Like, everybody thinks I'm this nice, prissy guy. Not.
I got choked out by my buddy one time too, so I know what it feels like getting choked out. We were both drunk and whatever, but he was my friend at least, so he let go. But he caught me off guard in a fucking icy parking lot. It was pure ice, and like once
it was raining.
I had no footing, and it was over, dude. It was like
it was raining, and I was in Crocs. So as we were rolling around on the ground, I couldn't use my feet to like press off because it was literally the skin on my toes. And like after the next day, like my feet were all ripped apart because of course my Crocs came off, and I was literally like barefoot fighting like in a parking lot. Man.
Well, remember that. I know that's a message to all men. Never wear flip-flops, never wear Crocs, wear tennis shoes, like wear boots and tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, that's a fact. No, that's a lesson in life. I got in a fight in flip-flops one time too, and I went and I kicked the guy dead square in his chest. But when I did that, like my flip-flops came out from under me, and I ended up on my butt. I did get right back up fast enough, but it also could have been bad. Like if someone kicked me right at the right time, it might have been ugly, but I got away with it. But I kind of learned that day. It was like, dude, just wear fucking shoes in public.
Now, Will, you said something about Crocs. Are you the type of person that will decorate your Crocs with all the gear? Have you seen these things?
Yeah, flare. Yeah, how many pieces of flare you got? 15 minimum.
Wings on it or
Dude,
mirrors,
little sparkles and stuff like that. It says my name on it. It says "I love honky."
Nice.
Unicorns and rainbows and unicorns.
See, Aaron, this is what you lean into. This is what you. If Honky said I was licking his semen, I would say no, I do not do that.
Right.
Sparkles on my Crocs, yes, I do that.
There's a big damn
difference. And I walked right into that, Honky, and good for you for hitting me with it. It's fair.
No, that's all. I just didn't know if maybe you had like airplane wings on.
No. My girlfriend bought them for me, so it wasn't one of these things that I looked for. She had bought them, and and they're comfortable as fuck, man. Go to hell.
Yeah,
like,
I know. Hey, look, I'm wearing slip-ons because of the comfort. Yeah, so you
can wear them. Yeah, if you ever take a Spirit Airlines trip, then you can wear them. Other than that, you don't get to wear them anymore.
Oh God! If you ever go first class, you'll never go coach again. Like, especially now, dude. Oh my God! Like it is. You are on top of each other. Like it is bad. You make a friend. Nut to butt.
I have not had to fly, so there you go. I won't. I'm never gonna fly again, so I'm good on that.
Have you ever seen the ocean?
Flights. Speaking of flights, you did bring up Stuttering John. Now that he's gone, I don't know if you saw this, but it does seem like he's threatening coming back and doing some more streams now that he knows the identity of a certain individual. Don't forget a certain ass not only came into my court hearing and yelled at disruptive stuff, which is illegal. He then accused me of having students on camera with the intention of getting me fired. He's also got my police cam footage. He is no victim and will be treated as such.
Is he talking about not Carter? Is he talking about Doom, or is he talking about Kevin Brennan?
Carter.
Like,
he's
Carter?
talking about Carter. Well, Carter's the guy he's the one that did the Zoom call court. So he is the one that had the footage from it, which proved that he was the one actually.
I love the potato. Yeah. I love the potato and the pineapple. You all know Eat Cole, the pineapple?
Yeah. Yeah, he does
the new.
Weekly dabble.
He's the new.
A lot.
He's going to be good.
Yeah. No, I have no issues with Eagle. Me and him work together quite lovely. Yeah, indeed.
You should have him on. Like, he's funny and he knows.
Oh, he's on every other weekend on Weekly Devil Review on Sundays.
Good.
So I got the two Brits.
And Rochi?
Yeah, him and Rochi. Well, they are already pretty much like co-hosts together when they do that show. So
yeah, good. Those guys are funny.
Do some good shit.
Claude, I have 10% power on my phone, so if I
No, buddy, I appreciate everything, and have a good evening. I always appreciate you coming on. You stayed, whatever, you know the deal. You're welcome to leave whenever you want, but you stayed for quite a while, and we got through all of the Aaron stuff. I appreciate the hell out of that, buddy.
I didn't want to Irish goodbye you, but I just knew it was going to black out all of a sudden. Good seeing you, Honky. Nice talking to you.
Wait.
Be good, Will. We'll see you next time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got any live streams coming up or anything like that?
No, if you guys want to donate, go to Stalin19. He's got a Patreon. Go to Doom's Patreon. Go to Joe Burrow's Patreon. Give those guys money. They are the backbone of the Dabbleverse. Take care of them.
Yeah, and I forgot to pull your shit up here.
Again, this is like the 15th time you've done this.
I know it. He's shitty about that.
Yeah, now I think he's doing it on purpose. The first 5,
probably.
I forgave. No, you don't have to put mine up. Put up theirs. It's all
too
good.
late. Too late.
Okay.
There you go.
If you want to like and subscribe, there I'm at. But shout out to
and
y'all.
you could. I know you got your money stuff up on the Twitter site, right?
Maybe I don't even.
Give this man his money. Give this man his money.
Give it to Doom and Stalin and Soto Joe Burrow. Love you guys.
Oh yeah, brother. I appreciate the hell out of it. You have a great one.
Bye now.
That's right, everybody. Go follow Wil Herren. He's a good egg. There we go. Kick. I guess we have to kick him when he comes in on his phone. That's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, that was.
What's up, nerds? All right, we got some more. Oh, Deep Surface is in the house. What up, Deep? Yeah, I don't know that we have to go through the Shuley stuff, but I did think it would be fun to go through the Chad stuff and make fun of Chad and Ray for a minute. Because you were the one bringing up all this stuff about the comedians, right? At the beginning of the show. You were like, yeah, comedians, they're going broke and they suck.
They do, and they are going broke. This is a true thing. They make more podcasting and doing shit like that, live streams, than they ever could touring now.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So the last thing was Steel Toe. Yeah, just Melton doesn't. I'm just content. He needs me. Does Nick want me dead? Absolutely. So there is the veiled thread I was talking about. He still thinks that Nick wants him dead. A controlled, obsessed narcissist who gets spurned, told no, goes insane, hit the nitrous and stops showering. That's a new one. I did not realize that he stopped showering. Nick stopped showering. Interesting.
Well, that's believable. Cocaine will make you neglect a goddamn shower on occasion.
Is that true? I always showered when I was on uppers.
Yeah, you go on a good cocaine binge. The only thing you care about is that next fucking line.
I did not know that. I
the
was
devil's dandruff.
I really like to stay clean, so I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. No, so Aaron went out golfing today. I just did want to point out it is kind of funny as far as he said he likes to golf a lot, but as you can see here, so he said the tee box is over here somewhere, and that's his drive. Let's see where he ended up. Let's see. You can't really. I just noticed this in the picture, so I figured we'd show it. But you can see the ball right there.
Right.
So now, if you zoom back out and you can see his ball just barely made it onto the fairway, you can kind of get the idea that he just dribbled a tiny little drive right there. That's the best little feller can do.
And he was excited about breaking 100 on 18. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah, he ain't a good golfer, man. And
that's a hell of a Melton left.
Yeah, there's our proud hero Melton. You got any jokes for that? Because Chad Zumach said, "Imagine living your life looking like this."
Wow.
Is he right or is he right?
Yeah, that's some profile he has. And in purple like that, he looks like the Shamrock Shake guy. If you remember him from McDonald's, all purple, big, fat fucking creature. That's him.
Oh, yeah. I forget the name of that guy.
Shamrock Shake.
You sure that don't sound right?
No, that's not who it was. One of them was a purple. God damn it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Grimace. There you go. Grimace. Deep Surface got it. Deep Surface coming in for the win. That's right. He's the Mets, the lucky charm of the Mets.
Yeah.
Peter Scott Parker got it as well.
Grimace. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Whatever. There's the man of the hour. I don't know what the dude. He really does have some fucking upper back neck issues. I don't know what's going on here, folks, but it ain't purty. Not that he ever said he was purty, but I don't know. He's got some. This should be like an Alfred Hitchcock thing, like the
silhouette. The silhouette. You mean? Yeah.
He needs to pull that up in the beginning of all of his videos. Exactly. Mystery. Ricada Law. I love this. Everyone is reporting that Melton isn't funny live off the cuff at these grift events. He puts on, he puts on. More than 5 people have DM'd me that were in attendance. They also said Ricada was very cringe on panel. Ricada Law. My semen sold more tickets than your stand-up. I fucking love that. It's hilarious.
That's great.
And it's funnier than anything Chad has done in a long time on Twitter. He's fucking the most unbearable, most unfunny guy in the world. Dan from Ninth Podcast, stupid, calling fucking Chad the loser Zumach out. As we know, yesterday, apparently Chad Zumach was doing a banquet for old ladies, pretty much, and a couple old dudes. But yeah, this is Chad Zumach's career is ending right here. Do you remember the movie The Comedian? Is it with De Niro?
No, that was called The King of Comedy.
Oh, and the other one was what's his name? Dick.
Where he was a bad comedian. He was at the end of his trying to make. Yeah, that was King of Comedy.
All right, thank you. Yeah, going around doing events in front of old folks homes. Right. But yeah, there you go. Matinee, a Sunday matinee show. That's what $15 for Sunday matinee with the comedy show likings of Chad Zumach. Where is he headlining? Well, he is headlining. Like, Melton's always like, oh, he's not a headliner. He never headlines. Well, no, he does. He headlines matinees in a fucking old folks. No, whatever this place is, some shitty place. How about bingo? We got bingo in Chad Zumach. I love it, man.
Look how much there. $15, and that includes
two drinks
and your dinner.
2 drinks. 2 drinks and dinner.
Jesus Christ, they lost money on it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, they probably did. Actually,
Chad had to pay them.
Well, I guess they're hoping that you have more than 2 drinks, right? They hope you stay and drink like 3 or 4 and get sloshed and then go home, drive home.
Goddamn, look at that's some old people in there, though, man. I don't see that happen.
Yeah, most of them are like your age.
Thanks a lot, fucker. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that wasn't nice. I'm so actually now you're right.
Hey, you know what? They got 10 years on me, most of them, at least.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Not a fucking smile on any of their faces. That's how well he did. He couldn't make the old people happy.
Would you smile if you were at a matinee watching Chad Zumach? Really?
No, right.
Yeah, okay. And then this was on May 5th, but anyway, I left it in there because of course it's fun to rip on this douchebag. Cinco de Mayo party, free tickets for the first 100 Cinco party show. So yeah, there you go. Free tickets. They got to give tickets away for a chat event. That's how good they are. They're so good, they're giving the tickets away.
Just sad.
General admission, $25 on that one. Off the Hook Comedy Club, right? Yeah, I love Gotham Comedy Live, Comedy Central, Showtime, Little Evil, the movie. Right, some IMDb credits there. Big time Chad Zumach. Giving tickets away. It's so good, they're giving them away.
Old folks homes. He can add that to his IDMB.
And beloved chatter would love this, of course. We got the Hog Shack Barbecue. Let's look at it. This is beloved chatter posted this one. Cheers to him. Be there or be square. Yeah, stand-up comedy at the Hog Shack Barbecue, Manassas. Another sponsor event.
Free show. Donations welcome. Oh my God.
There you go. Now we're cooking. These guys are doing so good. They literally are giving all the tickets away for free on Raise. And then this is the joint. This is the drive-through. There you go. That's what a Hog Shack looking like. A drive-through.
Oh man.
This is that's a nicer Hog Shack. That's the wrong kind. Yeah, so like you said earlier in the show, I just thought it was kind of funny to mention that. But yeah, another dumb move. Chad Zumach the other day posted, imagine being 58 years old and talking shit about other people's lives.
No shit.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Isn't it ironic? I mean, the dude's 51 years old and he's sitting there talking shit about a 58-year-old guy talking shit on the internet. Oh yeah, Kimberly Nicholson. What does she say? I guess Chad has plans to retire from streaming in the next couple of years. Dummy. Yeah. Bingo. You got him, Kim. That's a fact, Jack. That's so ridiculous, man. Chad Zumach, pathetic loser.
Big time.
It is amazing. It's fucking amazing. What? All right, so these pull yes, there it is. Pull-talica. Thank you. Yes, the police. All right, I like the police. That's pretty good. God damn it, Pull-talica. I'm one of the founding members of Pull-talica, as a matter of fact. I don't think I broke the band up. I think they broke me up, to be honest with you.
Right.
Oh, fuck me. Shades Cal, you can't admit that.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, that's a stereotype you don't want to keep going. Like, you should have just lied and said you do swim. No problem.
Yeah.
Have no issues.
We still love you, even though you can't swim.
Even without the floaties. Like, just say you don't even need the floaties or nothing. Everybody was saying everybody called Shades Cal the Nubian princess, I believe is the way it was worded. That you're a very fine looking lady and may even be like the hottest one around any of these events, from what I understand. People have been talking about you. Being
very eloquent. Very eloquent.
Yes. Okay, well, the way you said it was more eloquent than the way I said it as well. But all right,
yeah. All right.
Well, I'm not a wordsmith. I've told everyone that they should be aware of it at this point.
I'm not either. I didn't even pronounce it right. I threw it with the G, so instead of with the Q.
Just don't do it with two G's, and we're good.
Thank you, sir.
There's the one I was looking for. Peter Sky Parker got a good one. Pool Bottom Podcast with Quad. Yes. I do pick up what you be dropping there, buddy. Indeed. I'm picking up what you're dropping. Do you want to talk about Shoe Leaf stuff real quick before we go, or are we done?
We went 3 hours.
All right.
Let's do Shuli Wednesday.
I don't ever want to do Shuli ever.
Let's not do Shuli. Let's discuss them Wednesday.
All right. Yeah, we did a 3-hour show. It is wonderful. We appreciate it. Let's get Honk in here real quick. We got.
Well, you don't have to. We're still working on the home, guys, but Honk the Clown at Honk's House 666 on Twitter.
Indeed. Everybody go give him a follow. And yeah, absolutely. So no shoes in the recent upcoming, what you were saying Saturday, right?
This Saturday. Yep. This Saturday. All right.
And
you got Wil Herren.
Yeah, no, you are wonderful, Shades Cal. It's good to hear those kinds of things. Yeah, what? What do you mean, what? What does this mean? What? No, you know what? Don't admit that you don't swim and that you're a beautiful lady. It's two things. What do you mean, what? Don't what me, lady. There it is, folks.
Honk the pool.
This guy, yeah. Based on conspiracy theory, we love it. But yeah, I don't know. He still hasn't broken his neck yet, so I don't. This doesn't make that much sense yet.
I still got a lot of time.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the nightlight, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I light your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. I made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls.